Well, funny you should mention that, because I just hit the button.
We leaving?
Indeed,
We're live.
We are live.
Oh my goodness.
We went live just a little bit early, because we have a raid expected.
Excellent.
Oh boy.
By the way, I love the name I went with for this session. I was stuck between two. It was either Dream a Little Dream or A Hunter is a Hunter. Because dreams are...
Oh, I forgot about the dream sequence.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna have a lot of people rotating into the other voice chat in a little bit.
The music just kicked on this best possible.
It
for you right
really
there,
did,
Draco.
oh my god.
We're gonna have more people jump into the call.
Heh.
Here we go. Excuse me. So now that everyone is here, how's everyone doing? Aside from the weather being crazy in some parts of the world.
I'm
Alright.
doing fine. I laughed. There was a friend of mine sent me a voice actor video. It's like Clayton tries the Krabby Patty. It's just a name single.
It's good. I mean, that canonically is the Krabby Patty. It is a single burger.
I've been doing good. I just can't wait until Friday.
Ah.
Because then I get to play Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero.
Oh, that's right. It is coming out, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I ended up going to a website to get the game, and now I have to wait until the game comes out to actually get my digital key for the game for Steam.
Gotcha.
I have other friends that bought the game, will pre-order, now they have early access, so they're already playing it. So I'm just sitting here, so I just want to play and whoop your butts.
Let's make sure that they see that. Actually, you know what? I have a way to check this that I could very easily do. I follow Yelly. I could just see what's going on over in their neck of the woods.
Oh, she's typing.
Oh,
She ready now.
all right. They coming in.
Everyone brace for impact.
Yep. Battle stations, everyone! This is not a drill!
Clench your cheek and turn your head and cough. We got a raid coming in.
What?
Don't worry about it.
No, I get it, but I'm just surprised.
Alright, we might be able to do that.
Yeah, that's
with a little
Someone has a one.
On this day in 2004, a group of Yale students pranked Harvard by posting on a Harvard prep squad and handing out
We
plays
leave it?
We indeed leave it.
1,800 Harvard.
We done that a few
Oh,
minutes
we
ago.
did it
You are
again.
late.
No!
You
You-
were late.
I missed the we leave it because I
You
wanted
are
to rate it.
Yep.
It's okay.
That's
Ah.
I'll give you a
coming
shout
along.
out. As is tradition.
There's that olive oil coming along.
It looks so stiff. I'm
Please
so
say you did not try that.
Why do you
I
tigers?
haven't tried anything with olive oil yet. Don't worry.
Right, I forgot about the olive oil
Let me
thing.
find something to
I
read.
never forgot.
Why are 3 of you tigers? What the hell's going on?
I mean, you all have control over tigers.
It's tiger time.
They're great.
Tiger up, Everyone, change your icon to tigers.
Oh, sorry,
How do you
I-
change your icon, by the way? I've actually never been able to do that.
There's
here.
a drop
I
down
thought-
menu. You should be
on the
able
bottom
to.
corner, on the bottom right,
At bottom
Right.
right next to send, where you could.
There I am.
by the chat.
Yep, you are
I'm a
now a
tiger now.
tiger.
I mean, I can do this too.
I can't see anything because I turned off icons.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and I did that too, so they wouldn't be blocking anything since we have the, thing up. And lucky me, I managed to
Yeah.
remember to switch to Barovian Odyssey this time.
Real quick, I'm gonna finish reading
okay.
this.
Take a question.
I'm
Mhm.
gonna remember
Is your-
frog gross.
Is your audio working?
Yes, it is working. My
It
microphone is
almost
set to
wasn't
the correct
yesterday.
one. Well, that's on a different computer entirely, to be fair.
Wait, why am I hearing an echo?
I
Wait,
don't
is
know.
that me being dumb?
Echo,
That's me
echo.
being dumb. Never mind. Ignore me. That's me being dumb. That's me being dumb.
Alright then.
But yeah, real quick, I'm gonna finish this because this is hilarious. The Harvard fans were giving out 1,800 pieces of paper that they were told that when they flipped them around would spell out "Go Harvard" at the Yale game.
Okay.
Instead, it spelled out "We suck."
Rip.
Excellent.
The
Alright.
world's most prestigious university, everybody.
They may be book smart, but they're not street smart.
I forget where I heard this, but I think I remember a comedian or someone saying, like, you want to piss off someone who went to Harvard or Yale when they tell you where they went to school, you go, where? Oh, God, I never heard of it. Weird. Is that like a little
be-
university or something? Like a
Is
community
that
college?
Connecticut?
I mean, to be completely honest, I don't know which state those schools are in, so.
Same.
I do not either.
They're
I know it's in the
around.
East Coast. That's about.
They are? Well, this is news to me.
Wait.
They've been around for like centuries, so I assume they would be East Coast.
I guess that makes sense. But how about we switch to here? Why is everyone not in? Hold on. Oh, there we go. Your tokens were taking a little while to load. That was strange. Anyway, who would like to do the recap?
Well, a lot did happen last time.
Mm.
Kinda.
Indeed.
I mean, I kind of like the idea that we can do team efforts and people just do bits here and there. We need the rerolls.
I have the song version. If you're ready. But I don't know if someone else needs it. I forget if I have its version.
We do have the tracker, of course, on who has and who doesn't, right?
That is true.
Yep.
I updated mine.
I do not have mine anymore.
Would you like to do the recap for some Inspro?
Yeah, I'll do I can do some recap, and if people want to jump in, they'll feel free to. So, last time Kardak was being ambushed by a were-tiger. I believe it was the eldest son, Marcus?
Yes,
Yeah,
it was
he was-
Mark.
Yeah. You got ambushed by him, but we were able to help you out. And he didn't really put up too much of a fight. We kind of just, kicked him in. And then we were able to take a rest after that. A short rest. Some people did some crafting. I know Kai wanted the unicorn horn. Bolt and Zio worked together to make a magic wand. After that, we ventured deeper into the maze and found there was someone who was strapped by the Karnovs. I cannot remember his name. Can anyone help me out with that name?
He had a name and also a title, if you remember either.
I know he was the collector.
Close.
He was the one who worked at he worked at the estate. He lived and worked at the estate.
I think he previously owned the estate.
Yeah.
Mhm.
He was the.
He was the
what was
one that owned the estate, the glorified zookeeper.
what
Hate to
was
say it, but he smelled really.
Yeah, he smelled horrible.
Mm.
I smelled worse.
And Zio was pretty
not-
close. He almost said the title.
was it the keeper?
That's it. You got it. That's his title.
Yay,
Okay.
we get it eventually.
Okay. Yeah, but we were able to free him, and we got ambushed by these giant things called hukoros. I don't know. They look like weird chickens.
Mhm.
And soon after that, we got ambushed again by some more of the Karnovs. First, it was Evie who showed up, and yeah, we fought her, but Kai was able to talk her down a bit.
Hey, the good thing is that we didn't kill her. We did fight her mom after that.
Yeah, we had to kill her sister. That was a bloody mess, but yep, Evie seemed to be joining our side for a little bit, but we eventually ran into the matriarch, Vivian, and that fight was brutal. There were so many knives. Zio got strapped upside down. He got turned into a bull, even though you are a bull man, but I don't really think I should be the one questioning people who transform into beasts.
Not gonna lie, he looked really bad at.
He did. It was unfortunate that he was, stuck upside down.
Yeah,
But
that was not fun. Yet no one thought to get me down.
Zio, to be completely honest, when I go into my lichen form, I kind of just go into a blood frenzy. I apologize.
No. I understand you.
Oh,
Zero
yeah.
looks at everybody else.
Oh, you had it. You're good. You've been through worse.
Yeah, but through a hard-fought battle against Vivian, we were able to succeed. We suffered quite a few wounds, a couple slashes.
I said I was sorry!
I know. It's gonna take a while for me to bench this up.
She
What?
tried to kill Kai as well.
Oh yeah, of course we had to kill her. But the fortunate thing is, one of the Karnovs was smart enough, and now we have Evie joining the party.
Please,
Kai's new girlfriend.
I need you to stop talking.
Look here, champ. She always says she's good with her hands.
game right back. I gotta go turn off my.
No worries. Yeah, but I think that was it. We looted the mansion, and Dan came to pick us up. And hopefully we're all able to get a good night's rest, because it's been one hell of a day.
Really has.
Kai, is Evie sleeping in your room tonight?
Good night.
Alright,
I think Henrietta is just one big room.
pretty
Don't
much.
Okay.
let
just-
Evie.
just-
Good night, Kai.
just
Don't
pick
let
a
Evie
corner.
bite.
I mean, Dan and Dave might offer her the bed, considering, she's the only lady in the group. And that just seems fair, even though it is their hut.
I mean, we do have a child, as he points towards Antonius.
Oi!
But Antonius is a man.
Child.
He's just small.
Is just
I'm
a small
Susie.
lad.
17 years, so technically I'm still
To
you
Zio,
don't know
you
that.
are, to Zio,
You're
you
a
are
kid-
all a child.
But you're a kid this whole time and you've been
Yeah.
underage drinking? No wonder you're lightweight.
You're how old?
No,
Wait,
that
how
makes
old
a
are
lot
you?
of sense.
Zio is 53.
What is the age range for a tabaxi anyway?
That is a good question.
I don't know, but where I'm concerned that you're underage drinking.
How old is
The worst crime.
Mm.
Say what?
But I believe with that
Belly goes up now.
all said and done, we could get started now. So you've all laid your heads to rest from a very exhausting day. You make your ways to the Slumberlands and calmly rest in your dreams. I want to find good music for Antonius's one, considering what Antonius's stream is, and he is first. So give me just a second here.
Above game, Draco, did I get a part of that inspiration?
Oh, yes, everyone who participated gets their inspiration.
Hmm.
Let me see, where is... I guess I'll use this. It doesn't quite fit the mood, but it should start upbeat.
I like it.
Now, let me grab my notes. We won't be switching to any map because this is all dream sequences. So, Antonius, you find yourself upon a stage performing for a massive audience. As you finish your performance, a massive round of applause course follows. You take a bow filled with pride and joy at a performance well done. That is, of course. Actually, I could do this easier. That is, of course, when your mimic tail begins to struggle and break free from its binds. It runs out without your control, consuming the audience before you, unfortunately trapped in this auditorium. Try as you might...
Oi, get back in here! You... Wait, no! Bad!
You try as you might to convince the tail to not consume the audience, tugging at it, trying to hold it back, but it's in vain. It's fighting you in every sense, and your strength just isn't enough to fight it back. Your attempts seem to amount to nothing as it consumes more of the audience and grows bigger and bigger until you're just a small little tabaxi hanging on the side of the house-sized mimic that refuses to stop. You hear a voice. How long can you hold that monster back before this is your reality? This tragic fate could be avoided if you'd like to make a deal with me. You were dragged... Oops, sorry, go ahead.
What kind of deal we talking about?
You were dragged through the concert hall you were in, and the mimic shrinks back down to its normal size. You find yourself in space, in front of a planet-sized being that looks like this. You should be able to see it in your journal right now under the vestiges of power. I'll wait for you to look at it before we continue on.
See it. Okay. Oh, that's pretty.
Various
Ooh.
eyes look upon you, and you feel cold and a seething malice. I am Delban, the Star of Ice. I would ask that you allow me to take the souls of those you slay. In exchange, I'll give you power over ice and snow. Above game, you will get the Cone of Cold spell. And, he continues, and this will lower your body temperature to an ice cold. While you still live, the mimic affixed to your tail will not be able to handle that shift, and it will either die and freeze to death, or detach for its own safety. What do you say?
That is very tempting, mate, but Isn't the mimic a part of my tail? Wouldn't I be losing my tail if I do this?
Unfortunately, the mimic is indeed part of your tail. It will get significantly shorter, but is that really worth preserving? You've seen what could happen. You could take my deal and never have to worry about it running amok. And I don't know for certain if it does stick to your tail. Perhaps it will make a ice-cold tail in its place. If that's not enough to sweeten the deal, I will be able, if you fall in battle, to revive you for 5 souls that I have obtained from your services. Of course, I don't want or expect you to run into situations where you're guaranteed to die. If I'm hemorrhaging souls, the deal isn't worth it anymore. But I will, of course, be willing to part with some should you fall. So above game, that is a guaranteed resurrection. But again, he needs to have at least 5 souls claimed from you to do that.
That is very interesting. Is it okay if I sit on it and have let you go to someone else's?
Oh, absolutely. You could tell him in universe that you're not quite sure yet, and see how he responds to that. And we'll move on to the next person.
I'm not quite sure yet. Does sound like a good deal, though.
Very well. I will let you think on it. If you are willing to take my deal, I'll be sure to come back. I have been watching you and your group for some time. I will know. And he begins to fade out of your vision. You know what I realized? We're still in the room with everyone else, so unfortunately I heard your dream, but for the next few people, we're going to switch the chat of fate. Whoops!
You heard all of that.
You sure did.
We're just being
Well,
polite, being like, "Yep, we're gonna be quiet."
I appreciate that.
And we're not going to meta this at all, so it's all your choice and decision, Yelling.
No. So,
Yeah.
what boon?
So we'll switch off from Antonius's dream as Delban fades out of your vision and you're left back to your normal dream. Next would be Chaco and Bolt. So let's go to the chat of fate so that this one's a bit more isolated.
I get it. Ice.
Mhm. Okay. Let's switch chat's view out. I guess I'll keep this song that's currently playing because it does make sense for the beginning of your dream. Bolt, where are you? There you are. Bolt, you find yourself back home, busy working on your latest project, but a violent storm is thrashing outside. It makes it a little difficult to concentrate on what you're doing, as the erratic thunder going off is more than a bit of a distraction. But you try to ignore it and focus, but your windows suddenly burst open, and you hear a voice on the wind very clearly speaking your name. Bolt! I would like a word with you.
He'll poke his head out the window.
Perplexed, you look outside and you see the storm beginning to form into a humanoid shape. And you see this. Like with Yelling, you should be able to see the vestiges of power. And yours. Zrinhala. He introduces himself. My name is Rinhala, the Howling Storm. I would like to make a deal with you. I was once a powerful god of storms, but I was felled by another seeking my power for themselves. Allow me to take the souls of the people you kill in battle, and I shall grant you the power of storm themselves. Above game, this will give you the lightning bolt spell for free. What say you, Bolt? Will you take my deal and become closer to your namesake?
Give me a second.
All right.
What would I roll to, like... Because this is more for Bolt personally, like...
To what exactly?
This is basically a morality roll for him.
Ah.
I guess I'll say, like... I'll just make a general intelligence roll just to see, like, okay, does Bolt think this is a good idea?
Fair enough. With a 12, I mean, that's a free spell that you don't need to write into your wizard's spell book.
I mean, it's tempting. I've never really believed in gods all that much. Mainly just done my own thing and followed whatever my mentor did, and I mean, but lightning would be nice.
Perhaps I could sweeten the deal a bit. If you should fall in battle, I can take 5 of the souls you collect for me and bring you back to life. However, this is no license to just run into situations to kill yourself. If I'm hemorrhaging the souls you've collected, then I'm going to break off our deal. But should the situation occur where you pass, I can bring you back. And there's a crack of thunder as if he's snapping his fingers. Just like that.
You know what? He'll just kind of smile. You've piqued my interest a little bit, and I know the idea of free magic just kind of resonates with me. I think I can make it work.
I look forward to our deal. So, before we move on to the next person, you get the lightning bolt spell for free. In addition, if you would like to take a warlock level on your next level, your patron would be a genie. There's also...
I'm already part wizard and part artificer. That's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, I figured I would still put that on the table. There is also... I need to find where it is in my notes, because it's not in here like I thought it was. There's one other bit of information you're going to need for when you wake up. Is it in... Give me just a second to look through my stuff here. I go into there. Homebrew Collection, Curse of Strahd notes. I know I wrote this down somewhere. Where was it? Is it in the Dark Gifts note? Where did I put this dang information? Because there is one other thing. There is a bane to having this deal. That's different Z guy. Where are you? Vaughn, Serac Zadoon. Nope, that's another Z name. There's like 3 different gods with Z names here. Here we go. Zrinhala. So one side of your face will sag when you wake up tomorrow, technically. You lose all feeling in that side of your face, and anyone who touches you will take 1d4 of lightning damage if they touch you with their bare hands. If you touch a metal object, you will take 1d4 lightning damage, basically giving you permanent static electricity.
And is this just permanent, or is this like...
As long as you have the deal with Zrinhala, you will have this going on.
Interesting.
And I will send that directly to you in DM. There you go. And now we will move on to Raoul next. So if you would send Broaden in here.
Alright. Just a sec.
Mm-hmm. Now we wait, chat. Ah, hello.
Hello?
Alright, let's begin your dream. And I'm going to shrink your token down. I will need to make them bigger again later, but for right now,
Okay.
this is a good size. Raoul, you find yourself in the familiar Savolish woods. Savolich, I believe, actually. You find yourself with a group of hunters dressed much like you, wielding strange weapons like those blueprints you've seen in your journal. A saw blade that opens up into a cleaver, a cane that transforms into a chain whip, a wheel of a wagon that seems to expand into 2 and, for lack of a better term, revs up, and many other bizarre weapons. One of the men stands before you, clearly the leader of your group, and the leader of this expedition. Tonight is the night, my... A staticky sound hides whatever name he just said was. Tonight we hunt the greatest threat to these lands, and free Barovia from his clutches. I, of course, speak of the devil himself. Steel yourselves, and let us head out to victory! The crowd cheers, yourself included, as you run towards Ravenloft to confront the devil. But alas, you never make it. Turns out, he was expecting you in your group. You encounter a mob of vampire spawn and werewolves blocking your path from the castle. But the devil Strahd is here, with a smug look on his face. Well, right on time. That is punctual. You and your little group have been an annoyance, to say the least. But you're not worth my time. I leave you in the capable hands and claws of my friends here. Good night. Strahd transforms into a bat and flies off. One of your group tried to shoot him, but the shot misses as he's tackled by a werewolf. The battle is grisly. One of your group is a grisly one. Your group is horribly outnumbered. You rush to your leader, who's been tore up by werewolf claw marks all over his body. His last words to you are, "Run, Raoul! Run and live another day! Avenge us! May the morning Lord protect!" He coughs up blood and passes in your arms. You get up and follow orders. You run as fast as you can, tears streaming down your eyes. The carnage is long behind you. But you see something. A black wolf with red eyes. Somehow, instinctually, you know this isn't part of your faded memories. The wolf walks out of the darkness and transforms into a black werewolf, and I will show you the art. It should be in your stuff as Vestiges of Power, under Yogg the Invincible.
Oh shit.
Raoul, You have lost much. Your fellow hunters and your memories. Perhaps if you were stronger, you could have prevented those losses. Perhaps I can help. My name is Yogg the Invincible, and I'd like to make a deal with you. If you say yes, I will make you much sturdier, able to take more than you could now. Above game, your max HP will permanently increase by 30, unless you break the deal off, in which case it'll return to normal. In exchange, I would request you allow me to take the souls of those you slay. What do you say? Do we have a deal?
I was just looking at this beast, just kind of awestruck. And then he thinks about it. It is a lot of power. But it is just offering souls to this mysterious being. And Raul is unsure if he would be able to, in good conscience, do that. There, Raul will just look up to him and say, there already ain't enough souls in Barovia. I cannot say in a good conscience that I want to offer these souls up. They're not meant to give.
Listen. It would only be those that you select to kill. I'm not asking you to go out and kill the innocent. I'm asking you to do what adventurers do, and take down any who would want to kill you. Any monsters that have a soul. The only limiter, of course, would be when you kill vampires. I couldn't take their soul, as they no longer have them. Their souls belong to Vampire. You can tell even without the insight check that he hates whoever this Vampire is.
Does that name, ring any bells to me?
I guess
Have I heard anything?
roll a religion check with disadvantage.
11.
Yeah, you've never heard of a vampire. It kind of sounds like vampire, but not
I can only
quite.
assume it's a god of vampires, potentially.
Possibly. You don't know for sure, but I mean that does make some sort of sense, I guess.
Can I still say that even I know nothing about that, just the name kind of just sends shivers down me, because, I don't know, it sounds menacing.
Yeah, no, I would absolutely allow that the name of vampire makes you uncomfortable.
Yeah. Is that the only thing you will offer me, making me more sturdy? Are you able to help me with my condition? Because do you know what happens sometimes when I heal people?
I have been watching. Unfortunately, your affliction comes from the shadowy part of your being more than the werewolf part. And I am no longer the god of the werewolves. I was defeated long ago, and I wish to gain power back so that I can help my children. However, I can offer this. If you ever fall in battle, I can take at least 5 of the souls you bring me, and bring you back to life, no strings attached. Of course, this isn't license for you to run into situations where you get your head cut off. But I can bring you back without any need of a spell or materials for it. Provided you don't constantly put yourself in that line of danger.
Can I roll a quick insight check on this being?
Absolutely. Let's see, do I have a stat block for him yet?
13.
13.
Because what I mainly want to understand, because both me and the player and Varl are kind of getting like, this guy doesn't seem like evil. Sure, he seems like brutish, but he does. Well, I'm not getting evil vibes. He does seem like a dark being, but
Mm.
would a 13 kind of give me that like vibe? Like I'm not sensing like evil from him.
With that roll and what I just rolled, he seems like he's being genuine here. Like, yes, he is a big, scary black werewolf with red eyes that glow, but his concern for his children, the werewolf, seems to be very genuine. And what he is saying to you is true. He's not lied to you at any point. He can bring you back with 5 souls. And you will get the increase to your health from this deal.
This is very tempting. I kind of want to do it, but I kind of want to have Raul do like a personal roll to see if like how okay he is with it himself, because Raul also is considering this deal.
Absolutely.
I'm just gonna do a flat d20.
All right.
Right down the middle. Raul's just gonna look at, like, I guess I should say, like, does Raul have kind of like any control in this memory or in this dream-like state?
You are free to move around as you see fit in this dream. It is your dream. He's merely a visitor.
Because I'm gonna tell you that me and Raul are going to accept this offer.
Okay.
But like to accept it, Raul himself is gonna shift into a werewolf and say, "We have a deal."
Excellent. You feel a surge of power as you feel Yogg giving you exactly what he's told you he would give you. Now, there is a bane here. Originally, as written, it would be oily black fur covers your face and body. However, because you have a lichen form, I like the idea better that you are stuck in your lichen form. Now, that's not to say that you have all of the abilities of the lichen form. You still need to activate them like you do need to initially. But you are in your werewolf form at all times, and you cannot go back to human form while the deal is together.
Raul will accept this.
All right. And you will see that in the morning when you wake up, that you are in lichen form. Also, should you like to, if you could take 1 level in Warlock as a Hexblade patron. I think it was Hoshi or Than gave me a lichen werewolf patron, but unfortunately it's very similar to what you already have given your class, so Hexblade just makes more sense in this situation. You have a sick-ass wolf blade.
Yeah, to be honest, Hexblade's curse does seem kind of interesting to get. But I will think about that.
All right.
And I guess I'll just flavor as the dream's fading out. Raul just kind of falls to the ground. It's just like, just in that form, in his werewolf form, and passes out.
All right. And if you would like to send Daluna in as his dream is next.
All right. Thank you for the gift.
Absolutely.
Hello.
All right, and now we get to Kardak's stream. Kardak,
Draco, can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me? Hello?
All right, there. I can hear you now.
Okay. Whew.
You were very low on my thing. I think that was because of yesterday.
Ah, gotcha. Alright. Whew. So let's get to your dream. Kardec, you find yourself back home during a festival. There's all sorts of delicious festival foods and games. Your father is safely inside. He doesn't quite like festivals as much since the Revelia. At least not the ones that are vaguely carnival-like, like this one is. You go from stall to stall, grabbing treats and winning prizes. Eventually, the main event of the dance. Everyone is having a great time dancing the night away. You notice a woman standing by herself. She appears to be a human noble, wearing a flowing yellow and red dress with golden jewelry, and allow me to show you her art. It should be in your journal under Vestiges of Power. She definitely seems out of place, but she's breathtakingly beautiful. She walks up to you with a seductive smile on her face. Care to dance?
Well, no, that would be impolite if I said no, wouldn't it?
She'll hold her hand out for you to take.
Kardec leads her to the dance floor.
Right. And you begin to dance while you have her hand in hand. She speaks. I've been watching you for some time, Kardec. You've accomplished quite a bit here in Barovia, and I'd like to make a deal with you. My name is Shami Amore, the Lady of Pleasure. I was once a goddess. I was brought down low by a fiendish foe. I'm now only a vestige of my former power. I'd like you to allow me to take the souls of anyone you kill in battle. In exchange, I'll give you the power to command people, and they will struggle to fight your influence. Above game, you will get the command spell, and the target that you use it on will have disadvantage on the save. What do you say?
Well, that is certainly a tempting offer.
I aim to please.
What are the downsides if you don't? Forgive me, but judging by what my father has gone through the last 15 years or so, it's fair for me to ask.
It's very smart, I suppose. Well, you will gain an extra finger on each hand. That's more of a cosmetic thing that my powers have as a side effect.
He'll be a 5-fingered person.
A 6-finger person.
No, like Kardec only has 4 fingers.
Oh.
4 toes.
Well then yeah, that's right, you will just have 5. So it won't affect the toes, just the fingers. And if you'd like, you can roll an insight on her.
Absolutely.
Alright, let me see. And
That is a soft 1.
Oh boy, no matter what I roll, it's gonna be good for her. You trust her. She's being very upfront with you about her deal. And I mean, having the command spell and people have difficulty fighting back against it is really tempting. Plus, she's very easy on the eyes. And that might be influencing your mindset a little bit here.
You know, I think I trust you.
Excellent. The best relationships are founded on trust, after all. And as an additional, it would behoove me to tell you something that I can do for you aside from this. Suppose you were to fall in battle at some point. I can spend 5 of the souls you gather for me, and bring you back to life. No strings attached, no spell to be cast. Of course, I want to make it clear this isn't licensed to go running into battle headlong with your eyes closed. But it's a safety net that you will certainly have.
One thing about battle that my father did teach is a good warrior doesn't go looking for it. Just shows up in front of you and you have to go with the punches.
A very wise man.
He did his best.
But the deal seems to be struck.
Indeed it does.
She will give you a kiss on the side of your face, and you feel a surge of power. You now have the command spell, and you are free to use it as long as you have slots for it. The target is disadvantaged. Like she said, I will send you a DM with it. You gain an extra finger on each hand. But something she didn't tell you is you will get the following flaw. I can't get enough pleasure. I desire others to create beauty for me at all times.
Above game, he's gonna be chasing that kiss for the rest of his life, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. And let me see. Next would be Kai, if you would mind sending him in.
And see you in a little bit.
See you in a bit.
Where the fuck? Oh, hello everybody.
Hey, everybody!
Okay.
I think I'll stick with this music for yours, too. Although, maybe the other song fits better for the scene setting.
Thinking you would pull something from the Thailand game or something.
That's true. I do still have this in here, so it works pretty well.
Oh boy.
Let me grab yours. Kai, you see yourself and your siblings as you were when you were all children, training under your father. Describe them for chat.
For one, you see a young girl who doesn't really have as many bestial features. Mostly like bestial eyes or maybe like ears, some claws here and there, but mostly like red skin. Who has kind of like a smoky like mane and some undertones of like brimstone kind of glowing through the smoke. She looks very studious about her studies and very good at combat when it comes to monk training. And another one is a younger boy who is very wild from first glance. His hair is kind of like a wild blaze, but it didn't harm you when it came close. The eyes were very primal, but his smile was very joyous, much like his father. Fur kind of going down his body about maybe a pale gold-ish color. And the gi is just all over the place. It's not tucked in properly. It's one shoulder is like drooping over his shoulder, while one is just kind of hanging off of his wrist. And the belt is just not even existent to the point where it looks like ribbons. But that's them.
You all are trying so hard to master your father's style, and where they succeed, you unfortunately fumble. You fall to the ground, and before your eyes you watch them grow and they begin to move towards your father, who's shedding a brilliant light. You're sitting on the floor in his shadow, your siblings now standing beside him. You poor boy, left in the shadows of your family. But that's not the entire story. You found your own way, and now you're here in Barovia. You turn around to see an elven man in silver and gold armor. He has short blonde hair and has a warm smile on his face. And allow me to show you his art. He should be under Vestiges of Power, under Zontras the Kingmaker.
Okay. Ah. Who the fuck are you?
Ah, of course. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Zontras the Kingmaker. I was once a mortal who, like your father, became a god. My domain was leadership. I guided those with the potential to be great leaders, but unfortunately, I was felled by a malevolent force. And now I am trapped in Barovia, much like you and your friends. The last remaining vestige of what I once was. However, I can recover, and that's why I come to you tonight, Kai. I can see the greatest potential in you. We could help each other out. In you, I see the potential to be a great king, a prolific mercenary, or even reach godhood like your father, Andros, before you. I would give you an increase to your already impressive force of presence. Above game, you would get a +4 to your charisma score as long as you keep this deal, as a maximum of 22, however. And all I ask is you allow me to take the souls of those you slay in battle to help regain myself.
You want me to kill to give you more power.
I know how that sounds, but obviously it's who you are going to select. I would only expect you, being the noble soul you are, to only battle in self-defense. You'll fight monsters. You'll fight people that want to kill you, that you will kill in battle. I'm not asking you to go into the Savalish woods looking for poor innocent travelers to slay. Just those you would already slay. The only point of contention, of course, is vampires don't have a soul, so slaying them won't quite have an effect. Vampire has their souls, unfortunately.
Who?
Ah, of course. Vampire is a very similar god to myself. He is a vestige of his former self. The former god of vampires.
Oh, lovely.
And I could tell you more about Vampire if you like, at a later point. You've got a lot on your plate right now, as it is. If you
Don't
make the
got a
deal.
lot right now. Why can't you just tell me up front?
Alright. I figured you'd want to maybe take some time to collect yourself, but I can tell you right now if you prefer. Strahd is in a deal with Vampire. It's how he became who he is today, and how Vampire collects his souls. He's in a very similar deal to the one I'm offering to you. Vampire has a vested interest in keeping Strahd on that throne. So it might be in your best interest to make the deal with me, and also have someone like him on your side. Of course, our similarities end at the fact that he is a vile god of vampires, and I am a god of leadership. I'm a more neutral role, while he is clearly evil.
Uh-huh. And, how did you get in this predicament of becoming a... What'd you say you were? A vestige?
A vestige of my former self. You see, when a god dies, there are little fragments left of their power. If nothing is done, they fade into complete unexistence, as if they never existed before. The records continue to exist of their previous existence. If they're unlucky, or lucky, I suppose, they get trapped, like I am. There is a temple to the far south, where a bunch of beings like myself are trapped in prisons of amber. Stuck, unable to try and bring ourselves back to our former glory. Without help.
Draco, can I use abilities in here?
You have everything that you have in the real world. This is your dream. He is merely a visitor.
I would like to use Divine Sense,
Okay.
just to see if he is who he says he
Let's
is.
see. What does it tell you? Celestial, fiend, or undead?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He does seem to radiate a sort of celestial light, but it's sort of a mix of things you can't quite identify. Celestial and something else. It's not fiend, and it's not undead. It's just some other creature that Divine Sense doesn't allow you to look into.
That's curious.
Hmm.
Smell the celestial, but there's something else in there that I can't recognize.
Ah, you used your Divine Sense. In my mortal life, I was an elf. As such, I have Fey blood. Even as a god, it still sort of remains.
Okay. So what's the catch? Because if a god is giving me something, of great value and power, there is something more to it than just coming back.
You're very astute. But I assure you, there is only one thing I could think of you could consider a downside. Having that much charisma will make it so you might be a little bit more full of yourself. That could potentially be a problem, I suppose. But with that much charisma, you could convince anyone to do anything for you. Above game. I guess this is him technically telling you what it is, but not quite. If you take this deal, you will gain the flaw. I won't take no for an answer.
Yeesh. That is a very terrible name. It's a curse, but a terrible name.
Yeah.
So what? I just
Oh, you robot.
tried to. Oh, I'm roboting.
Yeah, just a little bit at the beginning of what you were saying.
Okay. So basically, I don't get what I want. I have a hissy fit about it.
Potentially. But it won't really be an issue most of the time, considering you'll be able to convince anyone to do what you want, unless they're really adamant about it.
Not gonna lie, it's kind of a nice offer, Goldilocks.
I could also sweeten the deal. Not only do you get what I've said you will get, but suppose the worst were to happen. You pass in battle. I can take 5 of the souls you gather from me and resurrect you for free. No spell needed. However, I would hope that you wouldn't try to hemorrhage souls by going headfirst into situations you would get killed in. If the deal isn't really worth it at that point, if I'm bringing you back every Thursday.
No, we already have a family member do that before. It did not. Well, it kind of went well, but that was only once.
Well, at least they learned a lesson.
That seems to be his whole stick. Learn a lesson, get better at whatever killed him, or whatever. Listen, not saying that it's a bad offer, but I've heard stories about adventurers taking pleas from gods, or I guess in your case, vestiges, and they ended up turning on the people that they made deals with just to get their spot back.
I assure you, I wouldn't betray you. What purpose would it serve? I'm trapped in a pillar of amber, unable to do anything for myself. You would be my only lifeline to potentially freeing myself and going back to who I once was.
And is this downside permanent?
As long as the deal is intact, you will have that flaw, I'm afraid.
Listen, I don't like being a little bitch if I don't get what I want. But that doesn't mean I'm opposed to the deal. Let me give it some thought before I actually give you an answer.
Very well. I've been watching you and your group for some time. It's how I knew you were the best for this deal. I will wait, and when you are ready to make your decision, I will approach you in your slumber as I did today.
Could I roll an insight before he leaves?
You absolutely could.
Eleven.
Alright, let's see how he do. It's blocking me. Nope, that's the wrong thing.
11 and 13 seems to be a popular number tonight.
Alright, let's see. So you're not gonna believe this. This is the second time I've rolled a natural 20 tonight. He seems to be absolutely genuine with what he's put forward right now. Like you said, he has no reason to lie or betray you, because if he does and you find out, then there goes his champion that he had. It just doesn't serve him to lie.
We'll keep in touch, Goldilocks.
Very well. Until next time. And he and your dream fades back to what it once was. And, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Oh, I thought you were. That just leaves us with Zio at the end, if you would mind sending Hoshi in here so we can tackle his next.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Hello, hello. Alright, our final dreamer. Let me go back into my notes for you. Zio, you see two things. Two scenes that have haunted you for quite some time. The death of your wife and son. Please describe what happens, in whichever order you prefer.
Theo sees the battlefield as his son is there fighting the bug people, and he's just watching from the vanguard as he's making weapons and fixing armors and healing up the wounded. And then he hears he's down. The commander's down. Zio looks up and sees his son on the ground. As he turns his head, he watches as his wife tries to go over and heal him. But before she can even get closer, she gets struck down as well. Zio just watches as he tries to get up, and as he tries, He tries to stand up and runs over, but the other soldiers in pulls him back, saying that he can't go. He's too valuable and he is needed to lead. They lost one commander, they can't lose another. He falls to his knees and just watches as he starts to cry.
You hear a voice in the back of your head. You've lost so much, Zio. But perhaps I can help you reclaim it. You're ripped from your current place in your memories, and you now find yourself in a dark room. A crypt, perhaps? There are corpses everywhere. The corpses begin to meld together before your eyes, and you see this. If you will go to your stuff, you should see in Vestiges of Power Zatoon, the corpse star.
Oh!
Where are you? The corpses fuse into a perfect orb, and eventually clear 3 spaces in between to form 2 eyes and a mouth. My name is Zatoon, the corpse star. I was once a god who, due to unfortunate circumstances, fell and became a vestige of my former self, trapped in Barovia like yourself. I've been watching you and your friends, and I'd like to make a deal with you, Zio. If you allow me to take the souls of those you slay in battle, I will give you the ability to resurrect someone from the dead, regardless of how long they've been dead. You could bring your wife and son back as they were. But in the interest of fairness, I must inform you there is a cost to bringing them back. You must sacrifice some of your own life force to bring those you have lost back. Above game, this deal will give you the ability to cast the resurrection spell without components. However, it will cost you 2d8 of your maximum HP every time you bring someone back with this method. Hypothetically, when you do get the resurrection spell, you can choose to use the materials to cast it, and that won't cost any of your HP. But using resurrection without components will cost you some HP. What do you say, Zio? The souls of the vile creatures you will slay, in exchange for returning the ones you love.
So take my own life force.
Yes. The power to bring those back from long death requires quite some energy, unfortunately.
It happened if someone to die in front of me. And if I want to bring them back, I can also use it, correct?
Yes. You can choose to use the powers I give you however and whenever you see fit. They will bring back anyone who falls. No matter if it was just in front of your eyes at that moment, or 100 years ago.
Hmm. I will set to do.
Excellent. You've made the right choice. You feel a surge of power in you. And you have 2 new things here. Like I've said, the resurrection spell is yours to use to cast without components at the cost of your HP. However, there is another thing that comes from this, a bane. You take on a corpse-like appearance that makes you easily mistaken for an undead. Let me find... I mean, you know, nothing a disguised self couldn't fix, right? Or a robe around your face and such.
I gotta make a helmet now.
Yeah, now you have a reason to.
Got that. And put on the character.
Right.
18.
Okay. And
Edit.
with that, all of the dreams are done. We can meet up with everyone, unless there was something else you wanted to say or do in your dream while Zatoon was here still.
No.
Okay. Alright, let me just close off all the music here and get one final... Actually, we'll mute you. I will head on over there with everyone in just a hot second, because I'm getting Dan's music for his business.
Okay, you just want me to head back up?
Yeah, and I'll head back up with everyone in just a second while I'm sorting this out.
Okay.
There we go. Found the music. And now back to... Wait, there it goes.
He is.
I have
This is
returned.
gonna be fun.
Hello.
Alright, you all wake up from your dreams in Dan's hut. Those of you that have taken deals and have had banes, those have taken effect. Those of you who have not been privy to that information, Raoul wakes up in his lichen form, though he has not shifted to it. Kardak has extra fingers on his hand. Bolt has part of his face sagging. And Zio looks like an undead. Very corpse-like appearance.
I have the weirdest fuck here. What happened to you?
Yeah, you look like you got hit by a truck. Or by a carriage.
Who?
Would you
Zio.
get dehydrated or something?
What are you talking about?
Raul's going to pull out a small silver mirror that he has in his pack and hand it to Zio.
Why the hell are you all wolfed out?
Oh,
That's although.
did everyone get visited by someone in their dreams?
Oh shit, that
Yes.
was real.
Yes.
Hey,
okay.
hey, you two.
Yes.
Bolt, you're not looking so good either. You're kind of a little...
Ooh.
Well, did you have a stroke or something?
You,
Why do you? because in-game Bolt wouldn't know this.
No, you'd have no
It's
way
like,
of
wait.
knowing.
Wait, what do you? Puts his hand to his face.
You don't feel anything when you touch one side of your face.
Pass the meter.
Punches himself in the face.
Doesn't feel it, but
Hey,
you
hey,
take
hey now.
the damage you would take from hitting yourself. Whatever your unarmed attacks, strength modifier bonus and damage.
I have.
oh my god, that was real.
I would have a +2 to strength, so 2 damage.
Yeah, exactly 2 damage. But you don't feel
What the
it.
fuck?
Huh, that's new.
Ricardo was looking at his hand. Fuck. Well,
You don't look too much different.
I have another. I have 2 more fingers.
Dan and Dave
So-
start waking up. What's going on
The
here?
normal amount.
No, I only had 4.
Well, congratulations.
can.
Now you have 5.
Hey Dan, did you have a weird dream?
Not really.
Who was that to?
to Dan, because he woke up too and was wondering what the commotion was. He then looks at the rest of the room. Ugh. When his eyes connect to Zio. Rough night?
You just kind of see Kai poking at Volt's face. It's
I
just true.
guess so.
Can we just pretend that Antonius is in like a corner, like frazzled and like seeing everyone?
I mean, yeah, this is pretty jarring, all things considered.
So, all that was real.
It appears so.
I'm inclined to believe so, yeah.
Well, I'm really glad I didn't take his offer.
I'm sorry,
Sounds
I'm a
like
bit
you were
lost
the
here.
only one.
What's
What
happening?
was your offer?
Oh,
No.
some guy came, some storm god came to me and offered me something in a dream.
Oh
And
my
I'm pretty
gosh.
sure it wasn't a dream, it was some sort of vision.
Storm God?
Above game, is it who I'm thinking it is?
It is not. Different
That would
storm
be
god.
insane.
That would have been
I
hilarious.
swear it was that
That-
guy coming back.
Above
And
That would be-
it's like,
that would be
how many
hilarious.
times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Above game, I was genuinely considering it, but considering like these gods got trapped well before Sidon was even born, it just didn't seem
Oh,
like a
you
feasible
should've.
possibility.
That would have been hilarious. He would have been, and then at the end it would have been like, oh, by the way, say hello to Kai and Zio for me. Wait, what?
I wish.
This boy wakes up, he said, oh, hey, Zio Kai, at insert name here, said hi. He talked to me in a dream.
I'm just picturing like Sidon. By the way, part of my deal, you have to kill Kai. Just throw that out there. I need to get vengeance.
Hmm.
It's the closest
it-
thing to vengeance I'm gonna get.
Yeah.
So it appears that some of us did take a gift. Like Raul's gonna try to force himself to change back, but nothing.
Sorry, you just like that now, forever.
I guess this is gonna make things very awkward trying to get back into Valaki.
That really doesn't seem worth it.
I was offered great strength and endurance, the power to keep those safe and to keep fighting.
And in exchange, you can't turn back.
To be completely honest, from what I felt talking to this being, he did not seem evil.
Yeah.
Mine didn't either.
But
Well, that's gods for you. They don't really seem evil until something.
No, on the
Bad,
contrary,
bad.
mine was really beautiful.
That has okay. I'm happy for you, Scales.
I'm just being honest, I'm sorry.
Point is, where I come from, if gods like that offer you something, they have ulterior motives.
Above game, would I know what a beholder is?
I don't see how you would, honestly. They're not, like, super known.
Common.
They're not common at all.
I'm sorry, what, Ellie? Was that what yours looked like?
I mean, I could see why you would think that, but yeah. It didn't quite look like a beholder, but there was a lot of eyes involved.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Because I know above game we all accidentally heard yellings, but we never saw the picture, so
Mhm.
I was
I
like,
saw
wait
the
a minute.
picture.
By the way, oh, you shouldn't have, but Daluna, I also sent you a
Dream.
message. Okay, you saw it.
I mean, mine just
that
looks
right
like
now?
an elven man in armor.
If you want to, next time you take a level, you can
Okay.
get Warlock level in that particular patron. Also, I forgot to mention that to you too, Hoshi. If you want to take Warlock level, you can take one in the Undead one. The good one, not the Undying.
Like father likes. I'm sorry, like I just had to point that out.
Mm,
I was like, did you say that a character?
No, above game.
Oh.
Mm.
Zeo's just looking at the ground and being quiet.
Kai just kind of looks over at him. So this is the result of what you accepted.
Yours seem to be... I don't know what they offered you, but this looks like a very negative repercussion. Did you ask what the consequence would have been? Because I'm pretty sure... Well, I think I talked to mine, and this is what it is. I'm just embracing this in power that I do have.
My curse is based. Well, mine was basically I couldn't take no for an answer, so I just said no to that.
That is a slippery slope.
Zeo looks at everybody. I can bring the dead back to life no matter how long they've been dead.
Alright, buddy.
Yeah,
Okay, you're
Dan's
good
eyes
in this
widen.
corner.
That is a dangerous prospect.
That is powerful magic beyond anything I've seen before.
And dangerous.
But the cost of my own life force.
There it is.
I guess if you were to ever do that, you would have to be very particular then. Not to judge you,
Listen.
Zero, but I think you're probably the most responsible one with the power like that.
Evie comes out of Dan and Dave's bedroom, seeing everyone, and immediately jump back. What happened? Are you okay? Zeo? Bolt?
We had an interesting night's sleep.
Huh.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You
I'm fine. I'm fine.
might
I
want to
think.
wear a mask now.
Yeah, no, I get to work on this.
Bro, I was gonna take the noble clothes that we picked up from the manor, and I'm just gonna try to put it over some parts of me. Because my armor and clothes do grow with me when I shift into Lycan form, but I just want to try to hide, my head. Just try to make a makeshift hood.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Come down here. Come down here.
Okay,
Lower.
down on all fours.
Where's my disguise kit? Do I have a disguise kit?
If you do have one, I would give you the help action by handing you the clothes. Just give me a hoodie.
Yeah. I'll certainly allow that if you do have the disguise kit.
I don't think I have a disguise kit, but I'm gonna pretend I have a disguise
Do
kit.
you have proficiency with it? Doesn't look like it. You have proficiency with
Not
thief
yet.
tools, but not disguise kits. I think there's a certain level of bard that gives you that, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay, so not yet.
Yeah.
I'll have to
Would
hold
it-
up.
I guess we
Would
could
it
just
be-
rule it as sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand or deception.
I'll try, sure. Sleight of hand.
And with advantage, that's a 28. You managed to get a good enough hood that hides Raoul's wolfy bits very well. He just looks like a really big guy, but no one can quite see his face.
Holy
I
shit,
look like-
didn't think that would work.
I look like Death from Puss in Boots.
Yes.
I could see that.
With the hood
Honestly.
up, just...
Badass.
Zero looked
Okay.
at the group and asked, did anybody grab any of those armors while we were in the manor?
They all had, leathers.
I'm wearing it.
I mean, I'm wearing mine. And I'm more cloth. Really.
Oh well, I guess I gotta use this then. He pulls out the rusted chainmail.
So,
And he is going to start doing this and make himself a helmet. A full face helmet.
alright. While you're doing that, Evie will ask to get up to speed, and I imagine you'll tell her about the dreams you had.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yep.
much.
She chimes in, huh, I actually had a similar dream. It was a Hydra, I think? It's going to make me really strong, but I would get vestigial heads, and that sounded gross. So I decided no.
It's
What is
probably
Yeah, what
sounds-
is this visual hat?
That sounds. Yeah, no.
What is a Hydra?
Okay, so
Basically,
do you know
think
what?
imagine, if you will,
Do
a lizard with multiple heads
Okay.
and really long necks, and that's a
And
Hydra.
huge.
So basically, a dragon with multiple heads
Hmm.
and without wings.
Also,
Do
I
they
hear
even
they're
have
very good
dragons here?
swimmers.
I'm right
There are-
here.
There are there are I have heard stories of dragons before. I do not know if there are any here in Barovia. Well, actually, can I roll a history check? Have there been dragons here in Barovia?
Yeah, you can roll a history check.
Because that would be an important detail to know.
Hmm.
15?
A 15, you've heard rumor that Argynvost Holt to the south used to be the home of a dragon and a bunch of knights he had under his employ, but whether that's true or not, you wouldn't know for certain without going there.
I will relay this to the group. That one location we heard of, Argynvost. Legends say it was owned by a dragon and a bunch of knights. I guess that would explain why that suit of armor that we saw in the shop had the mark of a dragon on it.
All I know is, just be careful what you wish for, I guess, in this case.
I will live with this.
Note, I
Oh
will.
god, how Irina's going to react.
Mm,
I'm sure if we explain it to her, she'll be alright.
no, the question must be asked: is Irina furry? We'll have to find out.
God. Draco.
Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
God
It's
damn
not that
it.
you're wrong. It's just the fact that you said the quiet part out loud.
I couldn't resist.
Draco, Raoul was already like partial there. I'm just stuck in the fursuit now.
Yeah. Now you just can't get out of it.
He lost a zipper.
Just can't quite reach it. It's really far back there.
It's like that one meme of that Spider-Man cosplayer whose zipper broke, and they show it to him,
Oh,
and he's
no.
like freaking out.
That was a hilarious video, by the way.
I don't know what video you're talking about.
I don't think I've seen it either.
I'll show it later. We'll
Yeah.
find it
Okay.
later.
So, Dan's gonna chime in really quick. I actually did have something I wanted to talk to you all about, but if you need a moment to collect yourselves, I perfectly understand.
No, let's.
I'm good.
I think this will probably be a good distraction for what just happened.
Alright, so I've noticed you've all been getting stronger, so I think we might have a chance at finally taking down the hags of the old windmill and Morgantha. I do have a plan that I would like your help with if you'd be willing. Of course, this doesn't
Alright.
need to be right now, but sooner the better, I suppose.
Well, you guys think you are mentally prepared for a plan right now, or?
I mean, weren't there some other things that we were going to try to take care of first?
Right.
Because, Dan, to be completely honest, that manor kind of kicked our butts a little bit.
Ain't
Well,
that the truth?
Evie looks a little smug where she's standing.
Kai just elbows her.
What?
Your family knows how to kick ass, or they did.
Yeah. I guess now it's up to me to carry on the Karnov name and kick more ass.
I hope you're good at
That
that.
spirit.
Dan will look really sad, Evie. Oh, my condolences. Wait, you... Never mind. Yes, I mean condolences, but they beat up all of you. This is a very awkward situation that I imagine all of you already dealt with.
Yeah, we're good.
Little bit, yeah.
Well,
Just let...
sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, we just need to be a little bit more equipped, but I think we can...
Right.
I think we are strong enough. We just may need the defense for it.
I mean,
Kind of poking Kardak a bit.
I could tell you my plan. I think it would definitely maybe assuage some of your concerns. So, Morgantha and all of her ilk are night hags. This means that they have the ability to go into the ethereal plane. However, I also have the ability to go into the ethereal plane, and he pulls out a potion bottle. I have a potion right here that can allow one of you to do the same. My plan is basically we have one group of you attack Morgantha while she's in Barovia, the village, because she always goes by herself. When things get tough for her, she'll teleport herself into the ethereal plane where I and someone else will be waiting to jump her. Therefore, she will have to choose between us in the ethereal plane or those of us not in the ethereal plane, and who she wants to battle. Either way, she's stuck between the entirety of the party and she has to deal with us. And then that would just leave her daughters in the windmill, which will be significantly easier to deal with now that they're not a collective coven anymore.
Not a bad idea.
How? Okay. All right. So how will we get you back out from the ethereal plane, though?
Well, I have the spell, so I can just choose when I'm out of the ethereal plane. Also, the potion works at the time limit involved. I'm gonna refresh Roll20 for myself, because with all the music changes, it has some of it floating on top of the chat, so it's very difficult for me to select the information. There we go, now I can actually see what I need to see. Where is Dan's stuff? There we go, Dan's stuff, and his stock. If you look at his stock, you should see an oil of etherealness. Beads of this cloudy gray oil form on the outside of its container and quickly evaporate. The oil can cover a medium or smaller creature along with the equipment it's wearing and carrying. One additional vial is required for any size above medium. Applying the oil will take 10 minutes, and the affected creature then gains the etherealness spell for an hour. So, like Dan, you would be able to go in and out of the ethereal plane at will within that hour. So there's no risk of you guys getting stuck in the ethereal plane.
I think it's a pretty good plan.
So the question is, which one of us should be the one who goes with Dan to the other side?
Well, do we want to tackle that plan right now or wait a bit?
Probably to tackle it now.
Are we sure?
The other thing I suppose would be important to consider, if we do take down Morgantha and her coven, there is no means to get any more of their dream pastries. I know some of you have partaken, so I just want to make it clear that after this, they will no longer be a thing you can get.
Ooh, I forget, did we roll Constitution at our last week
I
to
think,
see if we were addicted?
yeah, I think you did. And you did consume one. Both of you.
We did?
Well,
I did.
Kardak and Bolt did. I don't remember if Antonius did. I think you might have turned it down?
I think the only one who rolled a con save was Antonius.
I'm pretty
Well,
sure
I guess
everyone
Tail technically.
did.
Unless they rolled it in private, but it doesn't show up in the chat log.
Scroll up.
I mean, it's a ways up there. You might have to go to, the previous week or whatever, because there's a lot of dice rolls in here you have to sift through.
Because you guys ate it right after the mansion, right?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't roll a con. I just roll initiative.
Yeah, because it's right above the initiative. I see Bolt got a D8, Kardak got a D8, and
So I'm just gonna roll that now.
and,
No,
just
wait.
Abby got the
Because the
Gotta
con
save.
save is about whether or not you're going to eat a slice or not. And I think you both decided to eat the slice willingly. So,
Oh, okay.
I mean, the con save is specifically since you're addicted, will you take one because you are addicted to them and you want one, or not? And you willingly chose to eat them, so no roll was necessary. You know, that's something you'll have to consider. Are you willing to finally let go of the dream pastries? Is after that last bite, you don't have them anymore. If you kill Morgantha and her daughters.
I mean, they were good. They're not that good.
Listen here. This is the one way I can deal with my annoying tail without having to worry about actually having it eat people.
Same time, Antonius, are you willing to make that sacrifice over the lives of people that get their lives ruined by the addiction to these pastries? I suppose in the grander scheme, the choice is, do you let people suffer from addiction, or do you have to eat corpses with your tail?
This is one hell of a moral thing.
That is a moral. This is the trolley problem. Holy shit!
You also have to consider you were given a chance to make a deal with a being that would remove this problem forever. That's still in the back of your head. You hear his words once more. Or its words? Unclear what its genders are. It's a ball of eyes and ice. Their idea. Delban's deal.
It really is a trolley problem.
3 tracks. I'm just saying, if you take that deal with Delban, suddenly the mimic problem doesn't become an issue.
Yeah.
I guess we can try to do like a little head count above game. Do you guys want to tackle the hags right now or wait a little bit? I vote a little bit.
Yeah, I vote a little bit too, just to gain some things.
Yeah, above
That's
game,
fair.
I'm gonna say like, I want to gain at least 1 or 2 levels before we do that.
Yeah, same here.
It's like, yeah, sure, we can isolate the hags, but it's still fighting a coven of hags.
Well, they stop being
Well,
covenant
no,
hags once one of them dies.
Yeah,
I mean,
how
still.
And then
the
it's just 2
plan
night
is
hags.
to split the covenant up, so we're not actually dealing with them at full level.
Yeah, they don't get all the crazy spells they get from being a coven. Only one will, and that's Morgantha. And you're fighting her alone, outnumbering her by a lot, and her only means of escape is blocked off with Dan and another person in the ethereal plane.
I know, but at the same time, like yeah, this is a solid plan. But I'm just scared of hags, man.
No, that's fair.
Like, even without the coven, night hags are nasty.
True.
I afraid no hex.
Let me put it into perspective. If I will be the one dissenter here. Night hags are a CR5. We have 6 level 5 characters in this call right now.
And Dan will also be in your party, who is well above 5. I will let that...
Maybe.
I
know.
think we can handle a hag.
I know.
And plus, we'll have Evie too. She hits like a truck.
Also true.
Who's the one
And
who
I'll be
signed
manning
off
the
on
controls
the
on that.
And a tiger. You'll also have Lily the tiger.
Who are the people who signed off on the consent, or not consent, the contract?
I
You
actually just
said it
wrote
right the
that
first
down.
time.
So
Kardec is one of them.
Bolts, Raoul, Zio, and Kardak.
So are they technically allowed to do anything?
Oh, you mean the contract with the hag?
Yeah.
Oh.
That was
No,
Dave
Then
and
that was-
Kardak.
So
I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
remember
that
any
was
of that.
Dave. Dave took that deal pretending to be Dan. So Dan specifically is free to do whatever he wants in regards to attacking the hags, because they didn't
And-
realize the switch had happened.
And also, Kardec would be still free to do anything because he didn't sign it. He was just the median.
The mediator, yeah.
Okay.
TLDR, what I'm saying is we can take a hag. And also Bolt in character. Guys, I don't mean to be that guy, but I think we're plenty strong enough as it is to take one singular hag.
I mean, admittedly, we'll have
I
to
like
your
take the other
confidence.
two later, but still.
Considering what all just happened this morning, I do not want to take any more risks.
Neo will look at the group as he's making a helmet. Look, taking the hag is smart idea, but also we could get stronger in the same process. But on the plan on attacking her, and who should go with Dan, probably the smart idea is for me to go with him. Just in case he has to die, I can bring him back if he gets stuck in the ethereal plane.
Also, like above game, I know that Kardec wouldn't be affected. In character, Kardec doesn't know that, so he's gonna be like. Also, although I would want to go to him or the ethereal, if we fight them, I don't know if I can actually because I was involved with Dave's contract.
I forget, did we say that you were included in that can't cause harm to them?
I think so.
Yeah, like I'll have to double check the episode, but I'm pretty sure that we said that I or didn't say that I couldn't cause harm to them because they wouldn't have put that in the deal in the first.
Yeah, I don't think they did. So I think Kardec should
But
be
I-
fine.
Yeah, but
Because you were just
I mean,
the
And he's gonna
mediator.
be
They had no
rightfully
reason to
cautious because it's like I don't want to get shit on by a hag.
I mean, to be fair, when we attack the hags, I'm pretty sure the whole construct's just null and void.
I mean, technically speaking, Dave would still be bound to it, but at that point, the contract means nothing.
And
But what
No.
happens to Dave?
nothing because Dave isn't the one attacking him.
Dave has adhered to all of the rules of the contract and therefore could suffer no ill consequences.
The problem with magical contracts, though, is that, like I said, I don't know if I'm able to partake in this until she is dead.
I don't believe we
Ignore that.
Okay,
I misclicked.
no worries.
Dan, who are you most comfortable with?
Well, I would leave that up to you, I believe, because all things considered, having Zio with me is smart in the event I fall, but that means you're without your main healer as the cleric. We could have somebody else come with me who's going to do a lot of damage if we want to make sure she's driven to the others on the material plane. So it's really, who do you think would be the best match to be with me in the ethereal plane? Someone who can pick me up if I go down? Someone who can help me deal as much damage as possible to Morgantha in the ethereal plane? Or some other strategy entirely?
just figure we all just at least Bolt will just point over to Zio. I mean, he said it. I think he's the best bet for you.
Hmm.
Above game, what's the... If we don't do this yet, what will we be doing?
It's true.
That is something I also didn't consider, and I didn't think about is what all would we have to do outside of this?
Yeah, there's a lot of different.
What would be like our
quests.
next step story-wise if we didn't do this?
The
So,
visit
like,
was strong.
There's a few different quests you have. Some side quests, some main. You know that there should be an item of power in the city of Kretsk, to the west. Other quests that you have at your disposal right now, if you collect suits of armor in Argynvostholt, you could sell those for a significant profit in the village of Valaki. There's now Dan's quest that he just gave you. The Baron Vargas, he did technically give you a job to look for some people, but unclear if that trail has gone cold at this point because you've left it for a while. You could meet with Strahd and see what his proposition is for you. And I believe that's all
Isn't
of the
there-
things.
Don't we have a thing for Vasali?
Oh, right,
To
Vasily. He has that carriage of bolts of clothing that he wants you to collect for him in exchange for a suit of plate mail armor.
Which claim?
Also worth noting that we do have all this loot and crap we can, sell in town to get some money.
That is
Yeah, that's what I was just kind of getting at. We could probably stock up in town before we do the hag quest.
Yeah, there's no reason why
Yeah.
you wouldn't be able to, and Dan would obviously want you as stocked as possible for this fight.
Like, yeah, we could take them, but we don't want to take any chances in case, we just suck royally. Because roll
Above
20 is still
game.
roll 20.
Above game, the quest that I want to go to just so I can make sure that Karnak is a little bit better is the armor quest, because he can just take one of those and have it be modified for his body. Because I'm still AC 12 and I don't like that.
That's fair. Also,
Do you
Who's
have any
got-
armor proficiency?
He
Huh?
multi-class as a fighter.
He did, so he should be able to have that heavy armor.
Those armors are plate mail? Or
Plate
I'm
mail
sorry?
is heavy.
Yeah.
for the armor mission, those are plate mail armor? If I
Yeah.
remember right.
For that one, it is indeed a full suit of plate mail.
and that's if you give clothes, right?
Yeah, that's if you find the wagon that has the bolts of clothing in it that was probably attacked along the way.
So that's on the road back to Barovia, so we can honestly find that shipment while we're making our way to the hags.
True.
Potentially.
Then get the armor. Then, what's the other armor-related one?
It's Argynvostholt.
Yeah, you go down to Argynvostholt and collect some suits of the, I forget if you ever got the name of what the knighthood was, but there's a knighthood that used to be there, and lots of armor left from them. So you can
The
sell
only
all
clue that we have, the only clue that we have is from the stockyard that just says Argarian plate, which is a suit of half plate,
Mm.
which is pretty good medium armor.
So apparently multi-classing into fighter only gives you proficiency up to medium armor.
Oh.
Then, I mean, if
That's-
we go to Argynvostholt, we can potentially find medium armor if it's similar to the armor that is sold in the town.
Yeah,
So
but
we-
Yeah, it's the same.
I was gonna say, Chaco, that's better than no armor at all.
I know.
Just
I
want to
wanna
be
get
thorough.
Yeah, I want to get half plate too, so I could, because I can only go up to medium as well.
Eventually, I would like to get plate, but I could wait.
Yeah, Zio wants plate now.
It was going to be an issue of who gets the one suit of plate mail, because he's only got the one to give
I
you for
already
this
got
quest.
the last suit of armor, so that's up to him.
I could probably give that the special, well, the full plate to Zio, since you got the scale, right?
Yeah, that's what.
And yeah,
I
since
mean,
Zio's also the
that's
tank
what I mean.
build.
I'm more of a attacker.
Mm-hmm. So I guess we have our heading. Go back to town, restock, and tackle some of these missions, whether it's Argenfast Hold First or finding the lost shipment.
He looks over at Rule. Yeah, but unfortunately, I think you should just stay here at the hut, because you might, yeah.
I know, but a lot happened yesterday. I need to see if she's okay.
We can find that out.
Please do then.
It's probably
But
the
also
same
above-
for you too. He looks at Evie.
I'm sorry, I missed that. What?
It's probably the same for you too, as he looks at Evie.
Oh, they have no idea what I am.
They
No.
have pissed.
They have a
Yeah.
test.
Oh, that
I'll
sucks.
stab you with silver.
That's a new thing.
These are very paranoid people. They even stabbed me, thinking that was some sort of dragon.
I let them stab me.
I mean, the test wasn't a thing before, because me and my family have gone into town before. So this is a recent development.
Unfortunately, that may be my doing, as I tell Evie that the story that I accidentally turned into a werewolf in front of the burgomaster and killed the captain of the guard.
Oh, wait. That wasn't your doing. That happened before we even entered the town. Remember?
That guy was a creep anyway. He deserved it.
Yeah, he really
Right.
did.
True, but I feel like I aggravated the problem by losing my cool and going full gestures to self.
You never go
It-
full.
It's better that he looks at Rule and Evie. You two stay here with, I guess, with Dan and Dave, unless Dan, you want to join us into town.
I mean,
We go check in on everything, see what's going on, come back, possibly do the armor quests. I really could use the plate.
I could... Well, I'm not going to be
Agreed.
opening the shop if we're going to do this, so I suppose I'm fine staying here while you get your stuff sorted.
By the way, also, I'm going to need to buy some more of those potions. Those were lifesavers last.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, you know what? Dave could probably run the shop without me. Let's see what we have in stock for you. I think they are out of the basic healing potions. Wait, did I not update this? No, wait, because I think you all bought the potions the other day. They haven't had a chance to restock them yet. But it doesn't take them that long to make the basic healing potions, like half a day to make them. So they could probably make, like, 2 if you wait a day. And, like, at the very least, 1 basic healing potion.
And Draco, since Raoul will be at the shop, I do have proficiency in alchemist supplies, so I could potentially help them produce more.
That's true. I would have to consider how fast that would be, because if Dan, Dave, and Raoul are all working together, that's 3 people that can contribute a decent amount of gold per, so it's probably going to be a significant amount faster. We'll say they can produce, if you give them a day, 4 potions. If you spend half the day getting your supplies together, 2 potions of basic healing. They do still have a greater healing potion and 3 superior healing potions, but those are super expensive, the superiors. So, before you move out of Dan's place, did you want to buy any of his stock?
much are the superiors?
Uh,
We got a lot of.
superiors are 1,000 gold.
Never mind.
Too steep for my blood.
The greater healing
There-
potions are 100, though. There's only one of them at the current moment.
See how much money do we get?
Oh, I
We
forgot
got-
about that money.
We each got 55 gold and 11 silver.
Let me see.
With a
How much
few
would it be?
left over, but we have to figure out who's getting the extra. But that's for later.
And the greater healing potions take them 2.5 days to get together. But that's only if Dan is working on it. It's half that if Dan and Dave are working together, and even further less if they have 3 people working on that. So let me do some calculations here. Divided by
Because
2.
I have two small heal pots on me still.
How much silver was it again?
We got 11 each. I mean, I have the money. I can buy the greater. I have 200 gold on me.
Yeah, so you could definitely
I
buy
got
that
290 gold.
Still have 2 regulars on.
I don't think I updated mine, but 90 CP, 51 GP plus whatever the new numbers are that I mentioned and then forgot to update.
Actually, you know, another thing I need to consider, I need to look at Dan's inventory, because he does have some herbs with him, and that could reduce costs as well, depending on how much. Okay, he does have one 500 gold herb rebate, so with that in mind, we'd probably make multiple using those herbs. Because it's basically how much gold you spend per day to make something, so you'd either make a potion that is worth 100 gold, which would be, you could
The
technically
greater.
make one superior healing potion with that rebate, or he could do 10 graders with that, or let's see, divided by, or he could make 40 regular healing potions.
Hmm.
Of course, there's still the time issue, because, like, each one takes a certain amount of days, which, again, is lowered by having more people contributing that have proficiency in alchemy, but still.
Every little bit helps.
True. And he can be working on this while you guys are getting stuff together, so... He said if we're giving him basically like half the day to work on this, we can get at least some of that done.
I mean, depending on how well we do the quest, we could probably do the 2 armor quest during the one day. That should give Dan time to produce some more potions.
True.
I mean, that's just what I'm suggesting. Also, Draco, I think we're still small on the stream.
Oh yeah, I haven't updated you yet, huh? Hold on, give me a second here. You teeny tiny. There we go. Thank you for reminding me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we got that.
I mean, I vote for Dan trying to work on the 10 of the graders. Hopefully. I don't know. Not sure if anyone else has any ideas or thoughts.
Yeah, thoughts, opinions,
I have no
concerns.
money.
No, you have 55 silver or gold.
I don't have enough money.
What are you trying to get?
I say just get the regulars then.
I guess we could start making the regulars. We can probably find money at like Arginvest Holt too.
I mean, we've got all those rubies and gems and stuff to sell as well.
Yep.
True.
You guys sell all those in town and see what we get.
All right.
Sure. I'm down for that.
So since we're doing half day, that's I believe 2 potions we said. Of basic healing potions that he'll be making. I'll update his stock accordingly.
Also, we just need to split the last 4 SP between us at some point.
The other thing I want to ask you all, if there's anything you want him to prioritize after you're done with his quest and you guys go off to do whatever else. Like any particular potions you think he should focus on making. Because, like, you have this entire stock that he has here. You could custom order something ahead of time if you want to pay the gold for it. Or you just say, hey, would you mind making these? And you still have to buy them, but he would at least know that he should start working on that.
Do we know what type of things that he might be able to do?
Yeah, I mean, you can just look at his stock, because he's got everything listed here. He can make healing potions of normal, greater, or superior, but superior obviously take the longest amount of time to make, since they're, you know, rare. Let me see, they take like 12.5 days, I believe, to make the, 7.5 days for the superior healing potions. It can make potions of necrotic resistance, oil of slipperiness, potions of heroism, oil of etherealness, and he's giving this one to you for free that he's obviously using for his plan, because it'd be a dick move to, like, hey, I need you to help for this plan, and it requires that you be covered in this oil. Pay me 1,100 gold for it. So he's just giving that to you for free for the sake of doing his plan. But he can make more of them. I think that means it's rarer, so that one's going to take a long time for him to make. And of course, he can still make vials of acid, alchemist fire, antitoxins, and various poisons. Basic poison, nightshade, truth serum, and assassin's blood. But he has all those things that I've mentioned in stock right now. It's just some are less than others. And of course, people will buy his stuff when you don't go to Vallaki because he's going to be selling it, but people in town are probably mostly going to focus on the lesser healing potions than anything else. The other stuff is more relevant to adventurers. Maybe someone might buy a necrotic resistance potion, because, you know, undead are a thing in Barovia. But everything else is probably going to be safe from being purchased.
Mimic is
to be
not
honest-
necrotic, right?
What is?
Mimic is not necrotic, right?
No, Mimic is not necrotic.
I mean, to be honest, I think probably just prioritizing more healing potions, because it's good to have healing.
True.
Mm-hmm. And it might be a good idea to have necrotic resistance, but we also
just
have
need to get-
someone who does necrotic stuff. Technically, too.
Yeah. I mean,
Pulls
it'll be
out the
something-
book of taxidermy, pulls it back out, puts it back in.
Oh god. Well, I'm sure we'll be fine.
We said that before, sadly.
We were not fine.
Listen, you got better.
Mm.
You lived.
Somehow.
Well-
Barely. Multiple times.
Somehow, Palpatine lived.
Oh, yes.
I was gonna say, if you guys are gonna head back into town, I want Raoul to hand Kai the +1 scimitar and ask if he can give it to Irina, just in case.
Sure, Wolfie.
I'm worried about her getting attacked again.
I gotcha.
Evie's gonna chime in. You know, most girls like flowers or jewelry, but considering where we are, sword's probably good.
Yeah, sorry, I'm kind of regifting your brother's sword, but
Well, you know, I'll try to get over it, but gosh, I'm so attached to that sword of his. Oh, the memories. She's just giving you shit, obviously. You don't even need to do insight.
Carta just looks over at her. I love that sarcasm of yours. It's really beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Here. This will make you feel better. She just pulls out his old rope dart.
Oh. Interesting.
It's probably better in your hands anyway.
Right, we'll have to add that to her sheet. I think you guys all have well, I think you specifically have access to her sheet, Dan, so you'll just have to add that in.
I can do it.
it's basically just an unarmed strike with reach, right?
Basically, I gotta look at the stats for it, but it worked way better with Monk than it does with a Paladin.
Yeah.
You two make the perfect couple.
She grabs Kai's arm. Smile on her face.
Hmm.
You can see Antonius like having a facial reaction where half of his face looks like he wants to throw up, the other half is like amused and happy because this is stuff that he can write about.
If I hear a single song about it, I will burn every copy.
I have material!
Who knows, she might
Depends
be
on
able
what
to
the dame wants.
Who knows? She might actually show you what her hands could do more later.
Goodness, not in
Don't you
front
have a
of
helmet to
everyone.
build?
Jeez.
He looks over at her. Get used to it, honey. We're like this all the time.
Unfortunately.
All right.
Okay, so town.
Oh, yes, yes.
Alright.
Alright, goodbye, guys.
They all wave as you go into properly set up, helping Dan and Dave with potion crafting. Oh, roll 20 is fighting me.
Oh no.
Okay.
Also, I kind of just find it very hilarious that I think it is like informed Raoul's just like nearly 7 feet tall, but I'm gonna be using tiny like potion supplies.
Dan and Dave are just gonna ask for you to hand them stuff, and you just gotta grab it with the very tips of your fingers.
But I know how to do it.
I'm sure you do, but very delicate equipment.
Oh, wait, let me get a hold of this.
You're in town.
Oh shoot, you're right.
Antonio, stop haunting me. Listen, Antonius, I know that, you and Raoul are cool, but you can't pop my mind just
Currently.
yet.
Currently cool.
Alright, so I guess the other question we need to ask, Zio, you're going into town too, right? Or rather, I guess...
No.
Okay, you're not. You're staying in the hut team. Okay. So that means it's Kardec, Antonius, Bolt, and Kai.
Theo probably won't go back into town until he gets the armor.
Then I can bring us to the map. You get in without a hitch, obviously. They know about you, they do the test, no one manages to proc that. And let's bring you back to the Vallaki map. Where's the music not playing? Oh, there it goes. The happy music of Vallaki, where all is well. So you are going to
Suddenly
the stockyard,
reminds
correct?
himself of the stuff that happened before. Oh gosh, it's this town again.
You were there yesterday.
Just remember, all is well.
Yeah.
I did. You know, we were only here, what, a day ago, but it feels like it's been a lot longer than.
And
Still
don't
feels
even remind me about what happened that required us going to a church.
Like, just to where the three of you could hear. So between us, this place still feels fake as fuck.
No shit.
I forget if Antonius's perception of the place is completely broken from the initial perception, or if it was like, if it fixed itself.
I don't think you've gotten to that point yet.
So all is well in Vallaki.
I think it's fine. Yep,
It's just one really bad
that is
weirdo.
where you currently are.
One really messed up weirdo. That was it. But we're done with that weirdo, so it's fine.
Yeah.
All is well.
Yeah, he's dealt with. All is well in Vallaki. There can be no wrong here. Everything is awesome. Perfect place. Plus, you might be seeing
we're
some
not-
flashing. I'm trying to adjust the map size because I think the jump gate made it a bit smaller.
We're not gonna start singing the Lego song. You can't make me.
Everything is awesome.
What was that?
We're not gonna start singing the Lego song. You can't make me.
No, I meant like the
Wait, what
someone
was that?
threw fire. Oh,
Oh
no!
God!
Yeah, there we go.
There's
I saw that.
a giant dragon here. Fuck!
Oh no!
Oh, hello,
Morgan
you guys are the
Boss
Night
has
Slayers. My name is
returned! He's
Emmett.
evil for
Everything
some
is well.
reason.
Oh my gosh! Huge, huge.
Oh fuck!
We are all
All
adults.
right.
We're all getting attacked by fireballs.
You sure are. Oh no.
Oh no!
So,
What could
anyway,
have
about
possibly
that-
caused that?
Oh, is that
Totally
what you were going to do?
in-universe stuff. That's totally happening.
Don't worry, that's just Emmett. He's just working on the display for the next festival.
Oh my god! What the heck was that one?
Yeah. It's really intense. Alright, that's enough, please. I don't want to put a flashing
Okay.
lights warning on this from all of the flashing going on.
Oh, yeah. So you guys
So
make
you
it to
wanted to
town.
sell stuff, right? You've made it to RSX Stockyard. They're happy to take your business. What you doing? What are you buying? What are you selling?
Got something that might interest you, stranger.
I might
Thank you for
head
picking
to
up
the
what I was putting
temples.
down. Alright.
Just to deliver that sword.
Right, that's all the way over here. Have it over here. I don't. It's in my phone. Let's see. Did I already
Do we
adjust the
have-
days for the time clock? I think so. How many days
Did the
was
rest of you
it
guys?
for the meeting with Strahd? I think I have it right in my notes, but I want to double check if anyone remembers.
It should have.
How many
It
days
should only
left
be
for
one day
Strahd's
has
meeting?
passed.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it should,
think
it's,
I've
on, it's
already,
only one
the
less
thing is,
day.
I think I've already changed it. Yeah. So I just have to
It would be
subtract
4
a day
days.
from this.
Yeah, it's 4 days. Because
No, I
literally
think it's
yesterday was the
3
festival of the
days.
Blazing Song.
Did I mess up my clock here? Because in my notes it says 3.
Because yesterday was the festival.
Because I think
we were
I
given
lowered
the...
it already. I think it.
Yeah, because we
I
had
think
the
on the
festival.
festival
we
you
were
had
given
4
the...
days.
Yeah, the festival. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, it would be 3 days.
I'm pretty sure I remembered the festival being
'Cause-
4. So okay, so yeah, my notes are correct then.
Okay, yeah, you are on 3 days.
I wanted to double check that I had this in here correct, and I'm pretty sure it was the festival was the 4 days left. Now it's 3 days left. Okay. So I don't have to touch my time clock. Anyway, so we do have some people selling stuff. Kai wants to deliver the sword. Do we want to do the selling of stuff first? Just to get that out of the way?
Probably
Can
best.
we appraise the gems first to see if there's anything that's
Oh heck, I could do that.
I could have did that too.
then okay? Someone who knows how to appraise gems, please appraise the gems so we don't get 1 ripped off, 2 if
Yeah.
they're useful for spell components, we have them.
I mean,
put
I'll
the
say that
items in party
they-
notes.
Yeah. So and you do know that's their worth. You also have that silver dagger if you wanted to sell that. But for the rubies, they are worth 50 total. They're going to give them to you for 25 because they're trying to make a profit, but that's cut directly in half for each one. So that'd be 50. You'd get 50 for the both of them. Unless somebody wants to try a haggling.
I could try. It might not go well, but I could try.
You'd be surprised,
You could.
especially with what kind of bard, especially with what kind of bard you are.
Okay. That's which one? Which check would that be?
I mean, that would be persuasion, I believe, unless you're going to try and lie to them and make it seem like they're more valuable than they are. Like, it depends on what exactly you're going to tell them.
Well, it sounds like a good idea to try and make it, but they seem to already know the value, so I could just persuade them. I'll probably persuade them. I'll persuade them.
Alright, but
Listen,
how are you going to do
just
that? What are you going to tell them to...
I know they're just 2 rubies, but like, listen, look at the color, look at the refraction that's going. You could tell it's beautiful.
And they're going to roll insight on you. I'm going to give them advantage because of the fact that there's two of them there, and they're obviously going to discuss between the two of them. That is a 13, so that meets. I forget how that goes. Is it?
You're an
meets,
eloquence
beats?
bard, right, Yelling?
Yes.
Oh, you have your level 3 feature. Is it on your character sheet to click?
What?
It should be something called Silver Tongue. I think that can help you out.
I shall click it. This one?
Silver tongue. You're a master at saying the right thing at the right time. When you make a charisma, persuasion, or charisma deception check, you can treat a d20 roll of 9 or lower as a 10, and you rolled a 9. So instead it
So
is a
that makes
10, bringing it up to 14.
One
oh
above.
my gosh, thank you.
You have plus 4.
Yeah, Yelling, you're pretty disgusting as a eloquence bard with that ability.
Disgustingly good.
Hopefully you're good
Hopefully.
with it.
They do look.
Hopefully you don't abuse
They
it, but
do look
it is
very
really strong.
nice. They're very well taken care of. Clearly, since it was only by a point. Tell you what, we'll give them to you for 30 each. So that would net you 60 gold for the two of them.
So lower than what it's worth.
Look, we have to make a profit here. And do you know how many people are coming in that want?
Let me discuss it with my friend here.
No?
Okay.
Alright,
We're huddling up, we're discussing.
we'll be here.
Do we try haggling more?
I mean, I don't see any reason why you can't give us another five gold for Beanling. That would give you enough money, or us enough money. Everyone will be happy.
So we are haggling more. Okay.
Yeah. Well, he says that he's with you, and he says that in like out loud to the shopkeeper.
Alright, so they're gonna chime in if you say it loud enough for them to hear. Listen, do you know how often people come here to buy gems? Not often. I mean, sure, there are nobles that might want to pick that up. Maybe the burgomaster's wife or lady watcher, perhaps. And I mean, adventurers like yourselves aren't going to come in here to buy rubies. They're going to be selling them, obviously. So it's going to take us a while of having this on our shelves. And we gotta make a profit somehow.
You're going to either way. I mean, they're worth at least 50 gold each. You're gonna probably sell them at 50 gold. You're only asking 35.
If you want to roll persuasion or give Antonia's advantage, considering, Silver Tongue is a thing, but Antonius is going to have to chime in with something as well.
Antonius, what is your persuasion?
My normal persuasion
plus
is
4.
4. Yeah.
Mine's a 7. I'm gonna roll.
I'll give you bardic inspiration.
Right, but Antonius in the background playing this like a little ditty. While Antonius
24.
tries to persuade.
You didn't even need the inspiration.
You drive a hard bargain. Fine, 35 for each of them.
I wasted an inspiration for nothing.
No, I'm gonna take it.
It's fine.
I mean, Karnak still
Right,
holds on to it for a
that
good
would be
while,
70 for the both of them. Yeah, and I mean, there's other stuff you have to sell. You could even use it right now. Because there's still the clothing. Now, each of them had clothing, so you have, I think, how many different noble clothes altogether? You used some of them to make an outfit, didn't you? For Raoul?
I used mine, but I think everyone, if there's basically one person for each Karnov, everyone should have a suit of clothes.
No, we would be 2 down
Okay.
because
Yeah, because you
one-
needed to use more than one to make your outfit. Yeah.
Ah.
Because, like, I mean, think about it. Like, you're making basically, like, a whole new outfit, and those clothes were not your size, so I'd say at least
fair.
2 to make your new outfit.
Oh,
So that
I
will leave you
meant
with
because
3
of the fact
things of noble
that
clothing.
what's her name
Oh
is
yeah,
still
Evie's.
in our party, so that's one set of clothes that's not.
Oh, yeah, and she kept hers. So
So you
then,
guys would
with
have
that
3?
considered,
Maybe? I think 3
let me
makes
look
sense.
at how the Karnovs one more time. Kids 1, 2,
It was
3,
one per
4, 5.
player, right?
So there was 5 totals. Yeah, 1 per Karnov child. So that's 5 total. You junked 1 or possibly 2. Evie kept hers. If we do go with it took 2 different things of clothing, that means you have 2 things of clothing to sell. So that would be 200 golds. They're obviously going to try and shortchange it because, again, they got to make a profit. So they're going to give it to you for, like, their first asking price. They're going to try to, once again, half it down to 50 per clothing. Also, by the by, the silver dagger, I looked it up. It's worth 100 market value.
I think I have the silver dagger on my
I
character
imagine.
sheet.
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I have the silver dagger.
So then you cannot sell it. So never mind. It's just the noble clothing then, and they're gonna try and have you sell the 2 clothing, 2 noble clothes to them for 50 total. Or no, wait, 2 for 50 for 100 total. Unless you want to haggle again.
Get in there, Daluna.
They're gonna chime in. We're gonna chime in like we said, we have to make a profit. And there's only 2 noble families in here. There's the Karnov family outside the city, but they don't come in often enough.
Like above game, the Donald Glover gif of Twist tugging at the sweater.
Oh.
How much are you willing to go?
So you gonna... Well, like we said, 50 per for 100 total.
Okay, we have 2 outfits, right?
Yeah.
Exactly 2, yes.
There would be 100 each, so it's 200, and they're offering 100 for both.
$65 each.
Alright, roll persuasion. And you do still have that bardic inspiration if you need it.
Alright.
Alright, that's a 17.
I'm sad I didn't get that nat 20 on the other side.
You got a
Yeah.
D6 inspiration if you want to use that.
You could pump it up a little bit more. Couldn't
Why
hurt.
not? So that's a 23. Oh, no, 22.
Alright. Okay, let me grab them. Commoner. Barovian Commoner, technically. Wisdom with advantage. It's a 12 either way. You're raking us over the coals here, but fine. 65 each. For 130 total.
All right, I agree with that.
Is there anything you want to buy while you're here?
Above game, what does he have again?
Also, have you given some consideration? Okay, so what they have, because there's two of them, if you look at RSX Stockyard on there, that should have their stock. But let me... RSX Stockyard. They've basically got any piece of equipment from the adventurers, adventuring gear that is less than 25, but they charge a premium for it. Not as much as the guy in Barovia the Village, but they're still marking them up by a decent amount. They don't have holy water even if it's listed in... Well, actually, I guess it does make sense that they have holy water because there's a church in town that they could buy it from and then sell at a premium. But you could also just, go to the church to get it. But they're first, if you're entering from this angle, which is, I think, part of their strategy.
Could also give me some silver so I can make some holy water. I could do that too.
That is true.
Also true. And in their exclusives, they have the Arginian plate, which is half plate. The Balanok horn, which previously Antonius blew into and really upset the saber-toothed tiger in the wagon. They've got a Blight Sea Druid focus, but none of you are druids, so... The Chameleon ring, which is a ring that turns invisible when you put it on. The ring, not you. And a Decadent Bracer that apparently has a note in the little finger.
Is that also listed somewhere?
Yes, that is in Barovian exclusives under the RSX Stockyard. Also, in there it is AS Barovian exclusives.
Because this place is where you got your smoke ball, right? I think that's where. Yeah, I think that's where you got the smoke bomb
so,
from.
yes.
And we got the smoke bomb
They
and
have
the
the
tree
one.
axe from here.
I like this.
Yes.
Above game. I'm like Carter will be thinking that the guy's kid might actually help out Raoul.
Did you say this was AS or BM?
AS.
AS.
AS. Okay.
So what are you saying could help Raoul?
The disguise kit.
Oh yeah, that's true. They do have exactly one disguise kit.
I will.
And it can help Zio too.
Mm-hmm.
Also true.
Are they multiple? Are they multi-use? Or are they just?
It should
I
be
think
like
they're
a tool.
multi-use.
Yeah, it's a tool. As
Yeah,
long
it's
as
a
you
tool.
I will buy it.
If you do, I will pay
Alright.
you some money back for it.
Subtract the appropriate gold.
How much you said?
Let me
It says in here it's
look
125.
in there real
gold.
quick.
Oh, I need a little bit more gold.
Let's see.
I can
we got.
I can float you 50.
That's more than enough. I am fine with this. I will be Just
I
for
mean, to
the
be
sake
fair,
of
you're also not
ease.
here at the moment.
We have technically we have 210 from these guys. That's what we got from the.
Oh, true, because we
oh.
sold stuff.
True.
So
Are we using that money or are we using our own?
Karnak would definitely use the money he just got from the disguise kit.
Okay. We're using that money for a
Okay,
disguise
so
kit.
subtract that from the money you got. So how much does that leave you with? Because you got, what was it, 210?
5.
You said?
Yep.
Minus 125. So, yep, 85. Alright. And they will
will pay you back
happily
later
take your
for that.
money.
He's gonna look over at them and smirk. So see, it doesn't even look like you lost that much.
I suppose. Rumble. I mean, could have had a little more, but I suppose. Pleasure doing business with you.
Pleasure is mine. He walks out with the kit.
All right. Now, are any of you trained to use a disguise kit?
Well, he's not gonna use it. He's gonna immediately go, like, as soon as he gets back, he's gonna give it to Raul and Zio. Like, there you go.
Well, yeah, but like, who's the one who's going to use it on them?
Above game, who's the rogue?
And
They
I,
should be able to use it.
I mean, Antonius is part
I think if you
rogue.
guys, yeah, I think if you aren't like trained in it, you could still use like the check for it. You just won't get your proficiency for it. I think it just allows you to
Yeah,
make the
you would
disguise
use it
now.
with that proficiency.
So technically, you can use it too. You just don't add your proficiency. It may just be like a flat charisma roll or something,
Yeah.
depending on what Draco wants you to. Depending on what Draco wants you to roll.
Let me look into you guys. So next on the list here would be heading to the temple to hand off that sword to Irina.
Yes.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You make your way to the temple. It's during the day, so it's a bit bustling. You do manage to find Irina. Oh, hey everyone. You seem a few people short. Is everything all right?
We ran into some interesting events this morning, so the others are with Dan.
Oh, okay.
You might want, like, it'd probably be easier for you to go over to Pud after run a little bit.
But we came here because Wolfie wanted to give you something. And he just pulls out the sword.
Oh. She will gladly take it. It's very lovely. I don't think I'll really need it here in town, but I'll definitely keep it. Although
And
her
you say
eyes
you
sort of
won't-
trail off as she thinks back to the events that happened yesterday.
Well, he wants to make sure that you're safe. I think he's really worried about you. She gives a smirk.
What? I'm sorry. I sort of spaced there thinking about previous events. But thank you. Tell him I say thank you. I do appreciate it. She
Yeah, you know what?
does blush a little bit.
You know what? You could visit Dan and see him if you want. I'm sure he'd appreciate to see you again.
But That is true. Eastmark's probably going to want to come because he doesn't want me to. I mean, I understand why he wouldn't want me going outside the city without some supervision. Again, given recent events.
Oh, if I was in his position, I would probably think the same thing too. My sister can kick my ass.
Okay. I'd be willing to head out with you. Let me just grab Eastmark and we'll be joining you shortly.
Take your time.
And she grabs her stuff, and surely enough, her and her brother are joining you as well. I'll just have to add to her sheet that she now has a +1 scimitar. +1. There we go. And yep, that does seem accurate. Probably swap those on her sheet. And was there anything else you wanted to do into town before you head back to Dan's?
Nope.
That's pretty much it.
Alright.
And just for clarification's sake, I'm the one holding the disguise kit?
Guess so.
Okay.
Yeah. So, you are, for right now, lack of better options.
No, Irina. Wolfie talks about you a lot.
Oh? Good things, I hope.
Oh yeah, nothing but good
Yeah,
things.
absolutely. Above game, like, in my head, immediately Beauty and the Beast started playing in my head.
I am a giant monster.
I
I'm a
mean,
giant
yeah,
hairy
no,
monster
that
now.
does seem to be...
In
Yeah.
fact, when he picked up that sword, he
God,
said
it's
that he
almost
wanted to
like-
give it to you.
Goodness. Ismark's sort of narrowing his eyes a little bit, trying, like... He seems like an alright guy, Raoul. But, I mean... Appreciate him watching over my sister and all, but we should be fine in the city. As long as what happens again doesn't happen. That guy is dead.
Oh yeah.
Karnak looks at him with a smirk. Ah, yes. As one older brother myself, I know that feeling quite well.
You can thank Chastity.
Hmm.
But, you know, as an older brother, you gotta worry about your sisters sometimes. Even if things are safe.
Exactly. You understand.
Of course I do.
We both do.
It's like, even if some were badass or batshit crazy, you still worry about them.
He smirks a little bit. I guess you're speaking from experience, huh?
Oh yeah. Especially the youngest.
It's like the gods decide, okay, I'm going to test this man whenever he gives him a little sister. Oh, for a
Smart.
fact, mine did when we were growing up.
You have no idea. Technically, you're not wrong. The gods did kind of bring him into the world. I'm not sure if it was a challenge for me or if it's for a challenge for everybody else around him. What about you,
Sorry, I
Stripes?
just-
You got any siblings?
Oh, nice.
I mean, adopted siblings, but I don't know about blood related.
Dobbs is just as good.
I have quite a few.
Well, blood related or not, you will understand, and really kind of looks at Antonius.
Yes.
It's like, how many is a lot?
We're Tabaxi. How many do you think?
I don't know, that's what I'm asking you.
I mean, in all fairness, Antonius, you're the first other tabaxi I've seen in years.
And, there's not really too many Tabaxi that I know of where I'm from.
Above game, do Tabaxis?
Have litters?
Yes.
That's a very
No.
good question.
No.
That is
No,
a
your
good
parents
question.
just
I
got
don't
busy.
know for sure.
Your poor mother.
His mother just
What would this be? Nature?
Nature.
Because fuck it, I will roll a
Yes.
nature check for this.
Antonius' mother. just
Sure,
closed
do
her
a
I will
eyes.
have to
nature
look
check.
up that
We'll
information.
I
Fuck
think
it,
that-
23, do I know?
Alright, let me look this information up.
See,
I'm pretty sure they
I don't
don't.
know off the top of my head.
I'm pretty sure they don't either. Because, like, do Dragonborns lay eggs? I'm pretty sure they don't.
No, Dragonborn do.
Oh, no, they do.
It's one.
Dragonborn
It's
do
one
in
egg at a
fact lay
time.
eggs.
God, I really need to learn some biology.
Do I know my own people?
Let's see.
I mean, if I
Let's
remember
see
from
what
the
this says.
Unrespectables, I think it's only one at a time.
Yeah. I think that's
Based
the
on-
sacrifice
okay,
of becoming
so-
a quote-unquote humanoid.
Alright, so according to, again, this is someone on Reddit, so slight grain of salt, the GM decides, but they put, based on 1991 information, Tabaxi females had 3 to 12 young, so maybe. Another person says Tabaxi society was built around clans. Clans were split evenly between male and female with 3 to 12 young. Each clan has several huts, each made up of 2 to 8 individuals. Hunts patrol the area around the clan lair. And he gives a source, so let's look. What source is that from? The Forgotten Realms wiki. Fair enough.
So what you're saying
So,
is
with
maybe.
this information in mind and what you rolled, yes. Some Tabaxi do manage to have multiple young. It's usually, like I said, the range to 3 to 12.
Oh, that
Well,
poor
well-
woman.
Bolt remembers this, looks at Antonius. Nah, he's right.
Huh.
Is Antonius the run?
I wanted to call Antonius a she for a split second. I'm like, no, wait, no, he's a he. It's a he.
I'm pretty sure Antonius is just based off of a small breed of cat, so they're all small, I assume.
Nah, yeah, Bolt will just go like, no, he's right. He's right.
My question still stands.
Also, above game, I remember, like, at the end of session, we were debating if Antonius was or wasn't bigger than me. Antonius is smaller than me. And I am short, so that is safe.
Okay.
So I think you
So,
answered Hershey's
pretty
question.
dang short. Yes.
Cool.
Anyway,
How tall are you? I'm not tall.
not tall. TM. Put a trademark on it.
On a
Okay.
mount. Oh, I guess I'm not going to be able to fix this then. The jump to jump gate has fucked up the map of Barovia, so you won't be evenly fitting in the hexes anymore. Oh well. I have tried my damnedest and I just can't get it to work.
Close enough.
It's okay. At least you tried.
Oh. Yeah.
That's half the
But
battle.
let's move y'all over to Barovia. And I'll switch up the music as you are now in Dan's hut.
The only
Dave will
important
let
thing
you
is
in.
the destination, not the You didn't see that.
Are you saying the destination's more important than the journey?
Yes.
In
In
this case,
in this case, it doesn't matter how we fit on the map; it's how we get there. Also, you didn't see that.
There we go.
I didn't see
Something.
I genuinely didn't. Correct. We didn't see it.
Then don't worry about it.
Raoul,
I saw
I
something
may have
there.
accidentally dragged something
enough.
on the map that I wasn't supposed to, but it's fine. You didn't see anything. It's fine.
cool.
All right.
Cool.
So, Raoul, are you like in disguise while you're helping Dan and Dave, or no?
I mean, essentially the disguise is just a giant like hood cloak, but I'll have like the hood down.
Okay.
Or I don't
So
know.
when
Maybe they
Irina
would
and the
say
others
take,
come
I
in,
would,
she
they,
will see you in full wolf form.
yeah, it's like maybe I don't know if they would need my hood up to make sure no hair gets into solution. I don't know.
Yeah, they give you a full body hairnet that they have on person for some reason.
It's okay. It's just a pair
Don't
of
ask
fishnets.
questions
It's
you
fine.
don't want the answer to.
Listen,
Yeah.
Drake, I'm not going to question Dan and Dave's fishnet closet.
Listen,
Here's the
Yuki
here's
also
the
has
funny
fur,
thing.
and she helps.
Here's the funny thing. Dan and Dave would have the exact same likes and dislikes. They're basically clones of each other.
At this moment,
Yeah,
as they pull
you're
that
not
out,
wrong.
Zero just raises an eyebrow.
The fishnets go over me, but the
Don't
fur
ask
still
questions
pokes
you
out,
don't
so
want the
nothing looks
answers
different.
to.
What?
Thank you. If I need a channel Torbrick, I will need to, but that was not the time.
I think Torbeck is in.
Okay. So that was above
So-
game. He didn't
Yeah, that
actually have a full body fishnet suit.
So real quick, remind me because I may not have been paying attention. How much did we get in total for all of the stuff we sold, and what would that be split between us?
So before the disguise kit, we got 210. So we have 85 left, and that is 6 people, right? 7 people.
I'd say split it to the 5. I would
let's
whatever
see.
share I would have got, I would basically give it back for the disguise kit.
1, 2,
So 85 divided by
3,
5.
4, 5, 6. So it'd be, yeah.
So it'd
17
be
gold
7
pieces a piece.
17.
I'm slowly having money again.
Zero's just been stacking his money this entire fucking time. Zero
So
has that old man wallet.
you
Keep it in your mattress.
gotta save your money. Alright, but you all walk in, I imagine. Dave will let you in. And Raoul, you see that the party's back along with Irina and Ismark, who sees you in your Lycan form. Do you have anything you want to do before she, like, gets too far in? Like, put up your hood or something?
I mean, I will attempt to, but it'll be like a moment too late. Like, Raul's eyes are kind of gonna like light up, but realizing the situation, he'll try to put his hood up, but it would already be too late. Yeah, my tail is wagging. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Theo will have a helmet on by now.
Before Irina can say anything, Evie walks up to her. Hi, pleasure to meet you. I'm Evie Karnov. Basically, I'm basically Kai's girlfriend. That was a fumble on my part. She didn't say that. Don't worry about it.
Kyle.
Yeah.
Or it's a name. Your choice.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, apparently there's a new episode.
Cows might be big like this.
Of what?
Yeah, go ahead, try to tell her
Mamas
that.
with cats. So more Carl.
But yeah, she said,
Carl.
ah. But if you have any reaction to that guy, she did basically call
I like
her
to
your
imagine
girlfriend.
that Kai is drinking I think drink out of the water skin and chokes immediately when she does that.
It's like he's walking in and when she says that, he's not paying attention as he's still walking forward and he stubs his toe. Fuck!
So are you Raoul's? She just sort of
Language.
asks her, so are you Raoul's girlfriend? And she immediately turns, like, beet red. Well, not quite.
I'll shrink deeper into my hood.
Certainly.
I mean,
Eventful 5 seconds.
Not yet. She's actually, you know what? Anyone who wants to can roll. Would it be perception? Yeah, I guess perception to hear. She will whisper something to Evie.
Say less. I roll persuasion, not perception. Damn it.
Makes sense. My toe hurts.
You roll persuasion as well, Kai.
And let's see what.
Oh, I did.
I don't hear shit.
You try to
I'm
persuade
over
yourself
here
to
with
hear
my
better.
23.
And me sit here with my 20.
I guess it would be she rolls deception for trying to keep it hidden? Yeah. Oh god, that's a natural 20.
God damn.
What the fuck?
Oh, God.
None of you hear anything as Evie just... Oh. Gotcha. My bad. Well, good luck. She just sort of walks away with a little smirk on her face.
You know why we like her.
Yeah, she's
Let
very
her know.
forward. Irina's going to walk up to Raoul. Sorry about all that. I wanted to thank you for the sword. She's still blushing heavily.
Yeah, just wanted to get you something to make sure that you're safe. If Fur can blush, he's blushing too.
Cute.
Ask
Oh.
any furry on FA, they can.
The price of young love. I say this out loud.
I think Irina blushes even deeper. I also wanted to thank you for the other day as well. I was in a really bad position and you all saved me. I greatly appreciate it.
Of course. We
Do it again.
We are more
No,
than happy
he
to
really
help you.
deserved it.
I mean, you are one of us. We protect our own.
Aw. Thank you. I
It goes for
need
both
to
of you. He looks over
ask,
at
I can't...
her brother.
Ismark nods. I do greatly appreciate that as well.
See,
Well,
Oh, right.
you stay safe out there too, okay, Raul?
You stay safe too. We got some stuff to do, but I wish I can help keep you safe more. But I think I'm kind of stuck like this, so I don't think I can get back into the city.
I was going to ask about that. Well, she, if you let her, will place a hand on your, the side of your face and try to look you directly in the eyes. Do you resist this at all?
No,
Theo slowly puts
fucking
his
eyes.
Theo just slowly put his hands on the table and leans in and just watch.
Kai behind Arena, just in the view of Ryul's vision, he's just gonna give him a thumbs up and a nod.
So I'm looking into her
Doesn't
eyes.
matter what you look like. Yeah. And she says, it doesn't matter what you look like. I can tell you're still you at your core.
there. I did the thing there, everybody.
What's the thing?
Tails all the
Mute.
time.
Music.
The thing. Ah,
Thank you,
I
Alina.
see in music what he did. The thing. Of course.
And even if I'm not
I
right
know
with
I'm
you, I will always do my best to try to protect you.
Thank you, and I may not be much of a fighter, but no, I'll be... You know where I am if you need my help.
I mean, if you ever needed a training, I can be more than happy to help you. Or I'll kind of just chuckle a little bit.
Theo will slowly make the gesture behind her for both his hands like a kissy motion.
Kai is just gonna smack him in the back of the head. Slow down.
Makes a loud clang. And Irina will look confused.
Drop something.
You gotta be more careful
Oh, alright then.
now.
What? Well, that
God,
might be
man.
something I'd be interested in. I understand you're, of course, busy, but maybe some other time.
I would like that very much. And I assume the rest of us would be okay with that too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, sure.
Yep.
Ismark's gonna shrug. I wouldn't be against her getting more training.
Real.
Ultimately, it is her decision.
Wolfie is very good with a sword.
And then Theo will point to Evie, and she is good with her hands.
And he's just gonna elbow him right in the side.
She'll wiggle her finger while Irina blushes a bit. I am indeed. I'm a
Oh,
monk. And then
Harding
she goes,
is trying really hard not to just burst
Oh.
out laughing right now. He's doing what I failed to do right now on this. This is amazing.
Evie will
Raoul
chime
was
in.
not
Although
understanding
they're also
any of
good at
these
other
references.
things too, but that's not polite.
Speaking
Evie
of training,
will
you
say,
just
I am a
probably
monk.
still need some. Probably need some practice with that rope dart.
I am a monk. But I'm able to use my hands for other things too. That's not exactly right to say in polite company at the moment.
Why do you
Maybe we'll
put
have a girl
fuel on the
talk later.
fire? Diggity.
see, I told you guys.
I really want you to shut up right now.
I mean, she has the bedroom, so you can. Hmm. Hmm. As he starts nudging him.
If I could
I
turn
think
that
Dan's
helmet,
gonna
I would.
chime in. Please don't do things like that in my bedroom.
It's okay, Dan. We have the fishnets.
I never.
I completely forgot about this. That you
We
were in your house.
derailed into a beautiful thing right now.
Sorry, Dan. I kind of forgot that we were in your house.
I mean, it's also
Yeah.
outside.
Which you should be. You should be outside. You're in timeout. You're in punishment.
I am a grown man.
Yeah, a grown man that doesn't know how to slow down.
Well, outside would be ideal place if you want to train. You know, you have more room to practice, move around.
Wolfie, you're too good for this world.
Right. Yes.
Raoul has zero insight to any of these innuendos, by the way.
From ancient Greece.
Yeah. I feel like Irina does like have a slight amount of knowledge, but not too much more than Raoul.
Oh, it's two halves of one whole idiot.
Yeah. They really are made for each other.
Right now, we're brothers. Like, for the love of God,
But
please
hey-
stop.
The youngins. I will corrupt them.
What does that mean? This guy just looks at
Jesus Christ, holy man.
Yeah.
Well, we're prepping on for some important mission, but hopefully we'll be done with it by the day. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Well, you know where to find me.
Jake, I think you're cut out.
Yeah.
And oh. She said, well, you know where to find me.
If I can get back into town, I'll try my best.
Right. Well, I mean, in the worst case scenario, you could get your friends to come get me like last time.
We also do have a couple of message spells, I believe.
You got that stone, whatever.
Above game, I just realized something.
Hmm.
I could, if I
What?
really wanted, if we really needed to, I could command the guard to let us in.
You could. However, I think the command spell lets them know that something was done after, unless I'm mistaken.
It is one of those spells, I think.
Let's see. One word command creature. Target must succeed with saving throw. Spell command next turn. Spell has no effect. Target's undead. Blah blah blah. Some typical commands fall effect. Yada yada yada. Oh, it actually does not mention that they know afterwards.
Oh,
I know Charm
Huh.
Person is like that.
Also,
that's probably what I was thinking.
yeah,
of.
that's what it must have been thinking of. Also, keep in mind that it has to be a one-word command, so that might be a little difficult with "let us in."
Command word enter.
Phrasing. Kardak phrasing.
That could mean anything.
That's why I said phrasing.
You know what? I can't help myself. You say enter, the card immediately begins to strip in front of you. How did this happen? What?
What is this episode?
I don't know.
I have no idea. This episode has been all over the place, admittedly.
In many ways than one.
Remember when I said at the beginning of things that we're gonna go on a trip? We sure have.
I'm gonna say that like this has
We
been a
sure
comedy
have,
of errors
yeah.
in the best possible way. And I think that should be our episode title, Comedy of Errors.
Mm-hmm.
Or the raid message.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Leo didn't get to do
Yeah, I
this
like
with
that
his
as a
son.
great message
Fuck with him
comedy.
with his romance life, so he's using that on you guys.
I think comedy errors still work depending on how you see the beginning of the session. It might have been a mistake to take these curses or blessings.
I mean, me, Draco, and Daluna know that was basically the team name of our Cholt campaign.
Was the name of our
That was our adventuring group's name, the
team.
Comedy of Errors.
We
Yeah.
just never said that out loud. We didn't want to admit it.
It was never
Yeah.
like said in game, but we unofficially declared our party for Chilta personality the Comedy of Errors.
Yeah.
Above game, Draco.
Mm-hmm.
How much sleep do you think you're gonna get tonight?
An amount.
Are you asking him that
Probably
above game?
enough. Yeah. Yeah, they are.
I mean, this kind of does seem a good natural like stopping point. Next time we'll set out on the on to the
True.
west.
It is also almost 1 in the morning.
Yeah, and Draco
Oh, yeah, it is,
has
huh?
been consistently bad at sleeping.
Yeah. I mean, I have off tomorrow. I can do what I did last
Oh, you
time
have
and
off
sleep till
tomorrow.
like
Never mind.
Same.
12.
At the same time, though, like this is a perfect way to end this.
Mm-hmm.
Mess.
Because we do know what we're gonna do next, so that should give Draco plenty of time to play.
Prep
it.
it.
So, just so I'm remembering correctly, make sure I'm in the right place here. So you're going to look for the missing clothing delivery and heading towards Barovia so that you can deal with Morgantha, correct?
Correct.
Or
Yes.
we're gonna do Argynvost first, or
Okay.
just do, or I'm pretty sure we can figure that out.
Well, Argynvost Holt is in the opposite direction over this way. Hold on, let me zoom out for chat as well, because they can't see where I'm pinging. Okay, so yeah, Argynvost Holt's down over here. And then the village of Barovia is to the east. And, well, southeast, if we're being technical here. Over that way.
I'm fine with doing the ones toward the clothing and then the hags. I just know Argynvost Halt was another option
Alright.
that we were going to consider. Maybe afterwards.
I mean, you can still go to Argynvost Holt afterwards, too. Depending on the time, maybe you'll take care of that another day, maybe not. If you ever want to meet up with Van Richten again, he's got a tower. The werewolves are around somewhere, and there's Kretsk, where your item of power might be. One of them. But that's a story for another time. Let's start going round the horn. Starting with Choco.
Hello, you can find me
Where
on
can people
the
find you?
social medias as Chocolate Zombie 101. I stream occasionally. Tomorrow I'm going to try to get my PlayStation back and fixed, and if I do, I have a lot of plans for it to do things. Outside of that, Tuesdays, you can find me over on Twitch.tv/Twitch the Person, along with Daluna for our Power Rangers tabletop campaign, Power Rangers Cyber Strike, where I play a Red Ranger, and we're currently basically in the middle of the finale of our current story arc. So look forward to that. Next Tuesday night and every other Tuesday night, you can find me, Daluna, Draco, and Hoshi over on Twitch.tv/BurnoutVaughn for Phase of Our Lives, our Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign. We're hunting hags, and our plan just kind of finally went off, so that's going to be fun when that happens. Look forward to that. Wednesdays, today's, you can find me over here on Draco's channel doing this game. You can find me usually on my channel and with Draco as well, and over in Hoshi when we do Baldur's Gate on Thursdays. There's also Tuesdays we don't do our Wild Beyond the Witchlight game. We're usually doing party games on Draco's stream as well. That's pretty much all I got.
All right. Do we want to just keep going down the list, or do the throw to someone else of your choice? Because we like switch on and off, I feel.
Hello, my name is LoZ13. Find me on Twitter at Daluna1338, Twitch, YouTube, anywhere else you can think to find me at Daluna13. As well, be as simple as possible. Choco say where you can find me most of the time, because I'm not really doing anything right now, except for making YouTube shorts, which I might try to make one tonight. Yeah, I have free time and I'm off. Like, I am not working the weekdays at the bar I was working at anymore, so that means I have a lot more free time, which means potential for future streams. Of what, I don't know. I have a couple of ideas that I'm gonna try to hopefully see if I can make happen later on. And yeah, we'll go from there. Keep going down the line.
Then that would be Hoshi next.
Hi, I'm Roy Hoshi. You can find me on Twitter, Blue Sky, Twitch, and YouTube as Roy Hoshi. You can also find me here on Draco's channel on Wednesdays and Thursday playing both. Well, Wednesday here playing Chris Strahd. Find me on Tuesday on Burnout Vaughn's channel. Every other Tuesday on Burnout Vaughn playing Twitch Witchlight with Draco, Daluna, and Chaco. Thursdays you can find me. Well, starting on Thursday, you can start following me on my channel while I play Baldur's Gate with Draco and Chaco, because now I got my stream up and running now. So that's a good thing too. You can also, on my channel, on this Friday, you can find me playing Dragon Ball Z Sparking Zero when it comes out, because I'm still waiting for that to come out because how I bought the game. You can find me also on Saturday on my channel as I play Mage the Ascension with my other group, as we are doing our yearly Halloween campaign. And this one is kind of interesting this year, as we're playing villains in trying to destroy the multiverse, as our characters are combinations of different Marvel characters, as mine is Sandman and Domino. And that will be it for me.
Alright, who you throwing to?
Brian.
Hello. Tonight was pretty fun. A lot of silly shit happened tonight, to say the very least, but it was fun. I have nothing to plug, so follow Draco's stuff. So, yeah, I'll just pass it down the line. It'll be Dan, I guess.
Hello. You can usually find me here with Draco over here, and the rest of the party, roaming Curse of Strahd as Kai Vermilion. And usually you'll also find me on the Lost Knights channel every other Thursday through Friday, where I play as Solbrick, the Lizard Folk Artificer. And that is it. Yelling at your go.
Hello. I go by Yelling at Me on almost all platforms. If it's not Yelling at Me, it's some version of Yelling at Me VT. I do art. I have art streams on Twitch, and I am doing a thing. Surprisingly, no one guessed that my cosplay for this coming week is going to be Coleta. So, from the video game Zenless Zone Zero. So, that means for next week, with next week's cosplay, there is a chance that you can get a free colored sketch from me if you correctly guess the next week's cosplay. I am green. That is the clue for now. I am green.
So you're Kermit the Frog. Got it.
No!
But you said green.
Also, the theme for
I mean,
my
who else is
cosplays.
green?
My theme for the cosplays is Zenless Zone Zero. So, and also very much not sponsored. If they want to sponsor me, please sponsor me.
Yes, Endless, sponsor Yelling. Do it. I don't know if any of you are watching, but do it. And I believe that just leaves me.
Yep.
Right? Alright, you've already found me here. I stream Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturdays. Monday, you can find us here for Persona 5 Royal, where we technically got a new job, but we don't have any information on who the target is. But we got sent a calling card, because I think the person who gave us this job does not have any idea how we do anything. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to be doing about that. Also, there's a hacker organization trying to get us. That's not great. As previously mentioned, on Tuesdays, when you don't find us here, you can find us over at Burnout Vaughn's channel for Phase of Our Lives. I was correct. For some reason, my brain had a brain fart. Anyway, you can find us over there. The plane is in motion. I'm still not certain we're going to be killing this hag yet, but something's going down. See about freeing those kids that are here. Let's see, that's Tuesday. Wednesdays, of course, you can find us all here, where our heroes are going to begin taking down those side quests they got to get done. Gonna find all
it's
that
funny.
clothing they need to get back to Vasily.
It's funny, actually. We have 2 campaigns during the week, and both of them were currently hunting hags.
Right.
For
That's
different
a good
reasons,
point,
too.
actually, huh? Yeah. Tune in for that. Thursdays, you can catch me, Chaco, and Hoshi here for Baldur's Gate 3, where we're about to finish Act 2, or finish Act 1 going into Act 2. We just got to turn some quests in first, and then we get to go to the whole new area. And Friday, you can catch me here for Breath of the Wild, where we're doing some side quests there too, getting some stuff done before we move to the next area in the Divine Beast. Saturdays, you can catch me here for Fear and Hunger Termina, where we managed to just barely get some progress done, and now I have to choose between going through a teleportation circle to battle some eldritch horror and see what's over there, or battle an elephant man eldritch horror that I probably don't have the best chance of beating. So there's that. Yay!
Yeah. Yeah.
But with that said and done, how about we find someone to raid? The Unexpectables are live, but I mean, we'd be coming in probably near the end of their stream. We have Never live doing
I'm
Showdown.
gonna
we've
actually
got
show a
Posse
friend
Apex
while
Legends.
a friend is